Oh, we're excited. Mm-hmm. We're pumped. We're excited for another one of these.
Oh, what a night.
September back in 63. Yeah. Feeling it. Beautiful start to the week. It's barn burner.
Should be outside. We should do some patio shows.
Yeah, I'm in.
We could set up, instead of making a one-day event, the barn burner block party could be like a...
How's that going, the paperwork with the city?
Week?
Just, you know what?
Well, if these asswipes...
I was going to say, it's basically closed anyway.
Yeah.
You may as well just...
Actually, that's good. Yeah, I don't know why I was going to
signs hanging around, just slide them around, road closed.
Actually, we can't let you have your block party because we're worried it would disrupt traffic.
Right.
Cause a nuisance for all the people of Martelou. Bet365 is presenting sponsor of the program. Download the app, get into the game, official partner of the Stanley Cup playoffs. You must be 19 or older and super duper. Just is that what? Oh, there we go.
Oh,
super duper.
There. Youth Centers of Calgary will benefit from any financial contributions made throughout the course of the day on the YouTube chat as we go live.
Did we miss one at the end of last show too, Jack?
We did.
Well, we started to beg.
Yeah.
There weren't any.
And then it's like, okay, see you, buddies. And then they come in. Oh, shoot.
Gold slipped going in.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
He doesn't matter.
No, we can move past that.
Doesn't count.
Easy.
Hey, guys,
I got a super chat out there. Make sure you're rated, please.
Poor Gould. Is that what he sounds like?
No, not at all.
It's just that
he's just a really excitable, keen youngster.
Yeah.
Like you used to be.
Right. Yeah.
Not anymore. Lame and boring.
I'm not lame and boring, but I'm certainly not as keen.
Yeah. How was the weekend?
Good. Kid ball. Getting banged up with Jack at the Stamps game.
Did you hear about this?
Life's good.
These two.
Eh?
Hanging out.
I got to get producer Jack into the
Did you get
CFL.
abandoned this time or?
No.
At some point,
Quite
he
the
pulled
opposite.
the chute and left and went somewhere else.
He tried to leave. I'm like, no. We haven't sang a song of Duckies yet. You're not done here.
It does become a routine for you, eh?
Oh, look at this.
All the hot spots.
Nick Lewis, Jermaine Copeland, couple of the legends back in town.
Look at these. Look how happy they are.
Yeah, we're having a good time. It's a great
We
day.
had a lot of fun. It was good.
Jermaine was incredibly friendly, and Nick was very cool.
Oh, Jermaine's unbelievably good people.
Yeah.
Nick is one of a kind, good people.
Man.
And there's a couple others in there. Look at Jack.
Nice outfit.
Yeah, Jack's t-shirt got a lot of comments.
Which one?
The bathing suit or the...
Yeah.
Yeah, were you going for a dip?
Those are actually
dunk tank?
corduroy, believe it or not.
Really?
My wife assures me that the fashion in Australia is ahead of North America, so that'll be coming into style this summer, I'm sure.
Okay.
Got it.
Well,
Last
first
fall
of all, we
and-
shouldn't be commenting on
No.
anything, but
It's fine. Whatever.
it does look terrible.
Thank you. Yeah. So let's get all the stripes together here.
And colors.
Yeah, green.
Yeah, get them all in
Blue.
there.
Yeah,
Red.
red. Why not? Let's go.
Big win on opening night.
Speaking of fashion, look what just
Yeah, there it is. You are a champion. Eater of dogs, drinker of beers.
Watcher of baseball.
What does it say there? Champion among mortals. Nice.
That's right.
That's what I think of when I think of you.
That's what we all think of.
Yeah. Now, Jack, you don't get one, do you?
Because you're a quitter.
No,
you get a
I don't
quitter
get one.
tee?
You're a friggin'
I got the
quitter.
loser tee.
Yeah. So, tell me about this. So, I'm just always curious when you go out with Pinder how that works.
It's about as...
Do you meet somewhere?
Yeah, how did the
does
day
this-
unfold? Tell us about how your day was and how the football game was. You were there. Why am I reporting on it?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
All right.
we tried to meet for 3, but that became 4. And then we went to Greg from Bonton's little tailgate party outside the stadium. Ryan
Always a
was
great
sending me
first stop.
pictures of the big sign to meet him there.
Thank you for the beer koozies.
Had
Very
a couple
nice.
beers, a couple
And
dogs.
Kemper.
Then we made it in
Camps.
to the game. Really good opening drive for the Stamps.
Yeah, they moved the ball well.
Moving the ball well.
into the wind too.
And you were still sober, so you could.
See, you've already gone. Tell me about. So you go to Greg Bonton, the tailgate.
Yeah.
2 different kinds of sausages on the grill.
Nice.
Yeah,
Sausage
Polish and
sauce.
an Italian. Oh, sensational.
Very nice.
Cold beverages, appreciated, Greg.
Is this your first time meeting Greg, Jack?
Yeah, first time.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
He's the man.
He's a good boy. He's a sweet.
I can't remember. Did Sam Bennett come up?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, okay, good.
We talked about Sam Bennett for quite a while.
Yeah. All right. So then, so you have some sausage and some beers, and then you make your way in.
Make our way in. We did some laps for some reason.
Because Pinder can't sit still.
Pinder can't
Yeah.
sit.
No, we had to go over see Bender. He was sitting on the other side.
We didn't see him, though.
Yeah, we did. We literally sat down next to him. in the
No, that
seats.
was halfway through the game.
Who's right? Who's wrong?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I thought you were talking about once we got in. We were,
Okay.
yeah, all good. Sorry, Jack.
It's all good.
I jacked you there.
No, you're good. Walk in and get 2 beers. The 2 warmest beers you could possibly get.
All the beers that I saw in the stadium were cold, except the 2 that the guy, as soon as we walked in the door, was
Yeah.
so like, But don't worry, they made amends. All the beers were cold after that.
Very good.
Very good.
Yeah. So then you take to your seats.
Take to our seats, watch the introductions. Very good seats, by the way. Thank you to hooked us up.
Oh, you guys got hooked up?
Oh, well, you know,
And then the game was underway. And yeah, the Stamps dominated the first couple drives, just dinking and dunking down the field.
Yeah. Dinkin and Duncan.
Dinking and dunking.
Yeah.
VA under
VA.
pressure turned it over a couple times. Like, oh, it's just
Yeah.
gonna get close.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
gonna get close. They just made
Did
a
they
really
do the
nice play
wave?
on special team. Play on special team. Start the second half.
Yeah. Didn't even do the wave.
I didn't see the wave.
No, no
No.
wave.
Full barn?
No.
Oh.
Hey, look.
Week 1.
I know, but it was a beautiful night. I know kids that went. I thought about going, and then somebody, don't worry about it. Couldn't make it. You know how that works when
make
you
a
live in
note.
a house with other people and they make decisions for you.
Right.
Okay.
Wrong decisions quite often.
All right.
So I was hoping to have a big sellout, big selly.
So anyway,
Uh,
so then what do we do at halftime? What do we?
This is where it gets messy.
Okay.
Mm.
Halftime. Yeah, that's when we met up with Bender at his seat. So we go from one side of the stadium to the other.
Was he fully healed?
He said it took him like 3 days, but he was fine.
Okay.
No.
Sorry, Jay.
Then I think we were there for like 5 minutes, watching a couple plays. And then we went to
The Coors
the
Corral.
Coors Corral in the corner.
That's where we read up. We met Copeland and Lewis.
Gotcha.
Saw a bunch of Jack's Munson buddies from high school. He didn't even know we're there. It's
Yep.
Good times.
Got
He
some
said,
photos, had
"Oh
some
man,
photos.
this you work with Jack? He used to copy off me in grade 11 math." Oh my god!
Luckily, he didn't say spelling because we like, oh, so you're stupid too. then. So you too are an idiot.
No,
Yeah.
he used to copy off me for math 10. He was doing it in grade 11.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
right, Jack?
Probably, yep.
All right. So then,
This is the extent of the story. Come on, there's got to be.
Well, there
more.
was a super chat in there. Do you want to hit it now?
well,
or
I was
what?
I'm waiting for this
'Cause
because
this is literally right
season
at that point.
opener. I'm hoping for some
Bender
excitement.
and Jack are giving her, taking down the Stampeder game.
Big win, McMahon Saturday.
Pictures with some Hall of Famers.
Yep. Then went Red White Club after the game.
Okay.
High kicking in there.
Yeah.
I don't
So-
think you should high kick in the red and white.
Well,
It's
I
a
mean,
high class.
they had a
joint.
band going, so there's some
Doesn't
dancing.
matter.
If there's
You-
dancing, there's high
All
kicking.
right.
That's my rule.
Yeah.
Glad we'll be invited back.
It's a dance floor, you're allowed to high kick.
Yeah. 38-26.
So it feels like we're really prying.
I'm
I'll be
We-
honest, I don't think I saw a play in the second half. I don't remember a single play.
it's all right.
From drinking a few beer. This is
No,
how
it just
He's
got
talking to
all
his
of them.
Munson high school buddies at the corral there.
Yeah,
All right.
we ran into some people, and then after Bender brought someone that was a Steelers fan. She was a Steelers fan. I was talking to her for a while.
gross.
Bet she liked that.
Yeah,
She
there's
really
somebody
did.
like that.
do you think
Rogers
Rogers so great?
JJ's brother TJ is better.
Mike
Excuse me.
Mike Tomlin's real good.
Metcalf's so great. Was she impressed?
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah. It is odd when Pinder gets quiet. I always wonder if there's something afoot.
You've
It's
asked
either
him to
the
tell
worst,
the story,
it's
so I'm
the
giving
worst
him.
day of, or they're losers and they
I
didn't
don't
really
know,
do
yeah.
anything. They held hands and went to the game.
No,
Kumbaya.
we had a great time. There's just a little bit of fog that sets in at that point.
Yes.
And next thing you know, we're at in Mission at a pub,
Doesn't
and
sound like they were
UFC's on, and then we're
chugging
at Ducky's
vodka
singing songs.
straight, like a couple beers at a football game, and things.
It was good. We had a good time.
Yeah. Sounds
So on
like
the
it.
Pinder
One hell
scale
a
of-
story.
Of Blotto, where were you by the end of the night?
Pretty high. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's not a low number.
Yeah.
I was a bag of Richards yesterday.
Yeah.
Doing my best to hide that.
Jack, how were you
I was
yesterday?
a bag of Richards. I was
Okay.
not hiding it.
Gotcha. Gotcha. All right. So now something, it doesn't happen a lot, but it has been happening where we get super chat donations in the wild,
yeah.
out in the wilderness when we're just kind of,
So I think the first one we got was at our Flames Oilers game watch party
Yeah.
at Richmond's.
Got
The
one
guy said,
there.
I don't know how to do this YouTube stuff, but I keep hearing about the super chat. Here's a bunch of money. Make sure it gets to the youth centers of Calgary.
that's right.
We're like, you can't just click the button because now I got to carry this cash for you.
Gotta trust yourself.
Yeah. I feel there was another
What
one
if I lose it?
where someone took a run at you. I think I had a video. I
Me
forget.
or
Oh, that
him?
was from the Origin thing last year, their tent party. Anyway, so another just out
Super chat in the wild.
super chat in the wild.
Mhm.
Let's see what this is.
Oh, we're on to tequilas here. That's interesting. Don't recall that.
Super chat. We're gonna do happy birthday to Adam. Love the Bonnie boys. Fuck the Oilers. Yeah, that's perfect. Can we swear on it? It's a podcast. Fuck the Oilers. Have you heard Rhett? Yeah, Rhett swears all the time.
Hell,
The Bonnie Boys.
I could tell you on your voice there that you were blottoed.
All right, we're getting there.
Yeah, you can tell it. Super chat. Super chat.
The Bonnie Boys. Happy birthday, Adam.
Now,
Super
is
chat.
it or Barney? As in
No, I
Barney?
think they're from Bonnieville.
Oh, I gotcha.
So I think it's Bonnie Boys.
Gotcha. Well, thanks. I'm sure that money has been already donated.
It is sitting next to my sink, and I looked for an envelope yesterday. I don't know if we have envelopes. But I will
Envelopes?
find it.
Who
so
the
I can
hell
deliver it
uses
to the youth center.
envelopes?
What else are you going to put the money in to get to the youth center of Calgary?
I'm saying they're probably hard to find. I was actually
Yeah.
on your side
Okay.
because they're a rarity of use.
Yes.
In the old days, you used to stuff your checks to
Do
pay
you
for
not
all your
send
crap.
out letters? Do you not
You're
pen
not penning as many.
many letters?
Not
and
as
then
many as I used to.
Right.
give 'em one.
Not as many as we used to. All that spelling and all.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Happy to hear you had a good time.
I think the game would have been more fun if we'd have gone. These two worst
Your
storytellers
chance
ever.
to go
Actually,
will be next weekend, not this one.
if
coming
you
up.
could spend some time over the summer months, the downtime, Dean, I know that you got a lot of time off coming. You and Jack work with Jack on his storytelling because he's got access to that mic and he does a lot of exciting things, and then he doesn't want to talk.
I sensed it early that it's kind of okay.
Trepidation there.
So you went to this. You and Pinder went to the game.
Yep.
Take it away, Jack.
So
Yep.
is anything to Share.
I'm drunk right now.
and then you both just kind of blank screens.
Yeah, pretty much.
It was
All right.
either good enough you don't want to talk about it, or so lame that you don't want to hang out again.
Yep.
I'm a detective.
Yeah. Just for curiosity, when that super chat came in,
Yeah.
when is that? Is that
That's probably third or fourth
quarter-ish.
quarter. Yeah.
yeah.
I was just going off the sun. It looked about.
Yeah, because there was still sun, and the slurring was
Preemptive slurring. we're
Yeah,
calling that.
well, you were kind of there.
Ah,
That's good.
It's probably 7:30. Yeah.
Congrats to Dave and the Stamps on a big win.
Yes.
did they have burgers last week?
Was that last week they did the burgers or 2 weeks ago? They got to keep doing it. If that
I was
last
just going to
week.
say this has to be a thing.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that was kind of, hey, this year at McMahon, you're going to be able to have Huff burgers.
I understand, but how do you mess
I
with
don't
the
think-
winning streak? So
It's one
Huff
in a row. You
burgers
gotta
for the
bring back
boys.
the Huff burgers.
Oh, hey, all right.
You
My sense is
see,
what I'm
this
saying
the
is my
problem. He's
sense
upper
is-
management. I'm a player. We got.
Yes, I'm fine with them taking burgers. My guess would be it was a one-time thing.
Don't-
For,
Don't you be messing with my
all right,
players,
Mr.
Karma.
SquarePants. Thanks for kiboshing anything interesting and fun. This is going to be quite a Monday for everybody listening.
McLeod Law opening statements.
Please help.
SpongeBob over here.
Peter Klein at McLeod Law. He's not square.
If he can't do it, we
No
don't
one-
care.
Okay, yeah, he's your go-to guy for just about everything. Certainly, disability insurance claim. If you've had a bit of a run-in, if there's something going on, and the disability insurance payments are kind of slow coming, they're not coming.
What's going on here, guys? I was paying for this.
You get Peter on your side. He's going to let them know that his client has paid for these. He deserves these. She deserves these. And let's go.
They're gonna get it.
Let's go. Just about anything that you need. You just want to rest easy. I'll take care of me. If you can handle all that other legal
So the
stuff,
guy in the little red sports car that was driving way too fast and fishtailed going around a corner and took out a pole and a bunch of stuff. And I don't know if he went flying out of the vehicle. If he did, then I don't want to make fun of it, but I don't think he did. Can he help that guy?
well, it sounds like that guy needs some help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was interesting to watch.
He should probably for sure contact them.
Zooming down the deer from zoom, 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 in the ditch.
Yeah.
Oh, you wanted it to go, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
You're looking
You're
good,
looking
bud. Way to
cool.
go.
We get through, you get people that buy sports cars that don't know how to drive them sometimes. Not ideal. Not ideal. So yes, thank you, McLeod Law. Opening statements. Now your weekend, you have an injury to report. Are you
Uh-oh.
on the IR?
I might
It's
Day
game
to
time
day?
decision. I know there's a few tonight.
I don't know how to describe it. I woke up in agony as I got out of bed. Oh, I was injured. My left calf muscle, Dean. You know your calves. You know where they are.
I'm
right?
aware. Yeah.
She cramped right up,
Ooh.
and she's not loosening, and it feels like something.
Yeah.
It needs some heavy ART work or something to loosen that
Okay.
bad boy up because she's tight.
Some kneading. It's needing some
And
kneading.
I thought yesterday about what could I have
Yeah. How could I have
done
gotten
in
here?
my 17 hours of sitting on my ass that might have injured this tendon? And I did about 2 minutes of 2 minutes of paddleboarding has taken me out.
Oh no.
2 minutes.
Yeah,
Jeez.
because I couldn't balance when I first got on it. Just Dean hit the lake, showing off to the birds.
Yeah.
They're impressed at an
I'm
old
sure.
guy with a big gut on his hands and
Yeah,
knees
they
trying
were.
to.
They haven't stopped talking about it.
And then I got out to the middle where no one could see me attempt
Yeah.
to get up. And then I got up and I'm like, holy F, I better get back.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to go
Far now.
down hard.
Mm,
And it was about a 2-minute journey.
that's 2 minutes of
2 minutes too many.
excruciating.
Two is too
calf
many.
work.
Too many.
Yeah.
And now,
Okay. Let's take a right there.
So right around there.
oh, all right, rub it out.
Ryan, rub it out.
It's gonna kick me. That's gonna hurt.
She's tight. I hope I get back to 100% some point.
So
in my
lower
life.
body only, or was there some?
I shouldn't have put that on the camera. Now I'll be getting.
Yeah, people
They'll
will
target
go
me.
for it. You'll be walking through the mall and somebody will
Kicking you.
just crack you in the.
What's the healing process here?
I've got some herbs and a salve some
a
balm,
salve,
some oregano,
some balms.
A balm and a salve.
I was thinking, do you want to get that in a hot tub and warm it up? You want to put ice on it, cool it off? What are we doing here?
Oh, not with you, but
No, I'm not.
Don't put a
birds
bomb
on
on.
the beach once.
Don't you know what a bomb can do? Don't do it. Well, I'm sad to hear that. Was that yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to start to limit my physical activities.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
So, I
way
mean,
too-
slow it down for sure.
Whoa.
Yeah, slow it down for sure.
How was your weekend? I was really hoping you'd come in with more of a sunburn today. I was envisioning
your
you.
schnoz is really
out
red
this
last
one.
week
You
at
know
this
what?
time.
It was a non-ball weekend.
Okay.
First one in a
front
while.
door.
Glorious.
Yesterday was Community Dump Day. They have the once a year, one day, and just for a short amount of time.
Mhm.
They organize. They get some bins dropped off, and they have garbage trucks, and you can come and drop off your household waste free of charge.
Oh, that's
I
good
like
price.
that.
So it was
now
a big-
every community does this.
I think some do. I don't know what everyone would. This is certainly
Rich area. Hey, Jeff.
seen a few anyway. Talk to McLeod Law. Maybe you guys deserve one. You're not don't get one.
My taxes aren't very high, so
Right.
it's fine.
Yeah, well, there
Yeah.
you go.
So we had an old couch that had just, again, it's the trying to clean out the basement. This whole
Like
basement
how
is
old?
going
Like
on.
80s old?
No.
90s.
Yeah.
Do you have a picture of it?
No.
What's a 90s couch look like?
Brian is now the proud owner of that couch.
Did
It's
you have-
on its way to Fairmont to his camper.
How about Brian?
That way, B-Dog.
Yeah, we had some other stuff in there, and he was just kind of walking up, and because there was a line to get in, he's just kind of walking up and down the sidewalk,
The seats
checking
are
in the back of
something you
people's
would do.
trucks and stuff. Said, what do you got?
So you got in there?
Came over and did the old on the window.
And you were like, oh,
I don't know.
I saw
you
it
know
coming.
this man?
Like, look at this loser. Look, he's gonna come and he
here it
wants
is.
something. So what's that couch? Is it how out of shape? Is it bad shape, or how's the shape of the couch?
If you want the couch, take the.
Like it's got some wear on it.
How
but-
much hanky panky in there, big boy?
It was a love seat, to be fair.
Right. Okay.
So I'll take a look at it. I mean, it's sitting right there. Yeah, whatever. Well, I'd take it.
Then
Yeah. Well, get
All
moving.
right. Well, I said, you better take it. Because if I go through wait in this line and then get to where we're dumping the shit off and don't get rid of the couch and then you're MIA and I'm still stuck with this couch, I will hunt you down and beat you about the head and shoulder.
And then Peter Klein from McLeod Law will
Yeah,
be
that's right.
behind you too.
But he's, no, I'll park in the parking lot over there. I'll wait for you for sure. Here's my number. Call me. He was ecstatic. Free couch, free love seat.
There's a lot of love on that seat.
Not a lot of love, a lot of farts. Kid used it for gaming
A lot
for
of
a long
blizzards.
time. So,
Swass and farts.
Cheese and crackers.
oh yeah, lots of
Dips.
goldfish and
Yeah.
shit ground right into it. So, but he had no reason. Oh, I'll be able to. I got some maxi plaxi. I'll be able to
Oh,
go
yeah,
in there
sure,
and
yeah,
we'll be able to
yeah,
repair that and clean that up
real
in a
good.
jiff. Don't
Good.
worry. So,
At the trailer in Fairmont.
yeah. But there were a few people doing the old.
Were they looking at you like this guy must be rich throwing away a couch like that?
No, it was just there. There's a
guy's-
lot of people. You
this
get
guy's
to that
wealthy.
point where you've probably tried to sell stuff, and it doesn't sell.
Mm.
Like, it's probably too nice to just throw out. But I'm sick to death of having it in my house. So out it goes. There's some interesting things: exercise bikes and patio furniture
always
and
the
lawn
exercise
chairs.
machines that are going to get used. And son of a
Yeah, right into the trash. So that was yesterday for a couple hours.
Dump day.
Yeah, that was a big day, big part of the
That
day.
got you out of the house. I'm
Yeah,
glad to hear
yeah.
that.
How are your Fridays? Did anyone do anything on Friday?
I went out
Friday,
yeah.
Hawaiian shirt day.
That's right.
I went to dinner and a movie.
What
Haven't
movie?
done that in forever.
Mission Impossible.
2 updates.
If
I
you
may
don't,
have-
don't ruin Mission Impossible.
I may have a new number 1 at our spot Mercado.
Really? Fancy boy.
I was going to go to Mercado yesterday.
I may have
And you did-
moved the Pappardelle
Yeah.
into number 1.
Really?
Pass the tag. That ragu.
The ragu. I love a ragu.
Jack, do you like a ragu?
Oh,
You'd like this?
I don't think
ragu.
I've ever had a ragu.
Oh,
you got to go have some ragu.
ribbon pasta, the ragu. The tag is great. But pretty good. They're not
Special
sleeping
place.
on that gnocchi neither.
No.
Pretty good.
You went to a movie after that?
Yeah.
Did you finish it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I was very skeptical. She was like, well, 'cause we had dinner like 6:30. It's like, we'll be out of here. Like, I think we made the 6:45 movie,
Jeez.
as it turns out.
What?
Yeah.
That math doesn't make
What
No,
movie?
we went to the 5. It was dinner at 5:30 or something. Yes, sir.
What movie?
The new Wes Anderson,
I'm
the
going to-
Phoenician
Oh, yeah,
scheme.
yeah.
Oh, I heard Adnan talking about that today.
Yeah, you gotta,
It's Wes Anderson.
yeah.
Adnan is mad at Wes Anderson. He
Is
said
he?
that it's the same effing thing over and over.
Yeah, it's a lot of the same
brand.
actors. Like Bill Murray's in it again, just a small spot. But
I have to sneeze. So.
all right,
Let's get the hell out of here.
gosh, just to hold on.
Go full screen to him, Jack. Don't mind.
Sneeze.
I'm not doing it. I'm fighting it.
He's
What do you
fighting
do? Look
his
at the sun? Jack,
you-
open the goddamn windows.
Is that to avoid sneezing or to encourage the
Gets the
sneeze?
sneeze out.
Gets it out, right?
Oh,
think so.
I
Yeah.
thought the light stopped it.
No, it starts it.
I think you're wrong. You two idiots. So the Phoenician was good.
Yeah, you know, yeah.
That says
You
enough
have
right
to-
there. Anytime there has to be.
No, I was fine with it, but it's Wes Anderson. If there's somebody that likes,
It's an acquired taste for sure.
So not Mission Impossible. Wes Anderson.
we were going to go to Mission Impossible, but we went to just, you know what you're getting there.
Weirdos.
Tried something different. So yeah, it was okay. It was all right.
Like entertaining.
Yeah,
Probably some good laughs in there. Good acting.
but like again, if
It's not Jason's.
Marvel movies are your favorite, if
Yeah, don't
Iron Man, if that's your thing, you're probably not going to dig Wes
Agreed.
Anderson and this movie. But if you something like it's kind of quirky and different. And weird.
Adnan
It's
said
okay.
he's not even going to go to the movie theater to watch
Oh
it.
my gosh, I need to talk to Adnan.
I
Apparently
kinda
don't need to
Text.
anymore.
I
actually.
heard his voice today, and I'm like, oh, what a guy. What a fella.
Interesting. What a fella. Well, I guess we're up to date there, eh?
I cannot stop with this. Something's going on. I'm going to sneeze again. Jack, open a window.
How do you spell Phoenician, Jack?
Scottsdale.
I was also thinking,
Hmm?
just a guy that when do they do Hall of Fame voting? They go in November. When do they
Yeah.
announce the class?
That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that.
And you need to be done playing
Yeah, at least
a
a year
certain
removed,
amount
I
of time
believe,
before you're eligible.
Yeah, they'd keep
So-
moving that back because guys like Mario would get in the hall, then come out of retirement
Right, yeah,
and play.
yeah.
And like, fella.
Just kind of dawned on me on the weekend. This is a little out of left field. Just a guy that, and we can look at his numbers, I guess, but Hall of Fame career type guy,
Mhm.
Brad Marchand. I mean, what a player.
I think you have to consider it.
Just, don't you love Brad Marchand? I think he's
Yes.
still playing, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he got traded this year, didn't he? Yeah. Long time
Yeah.
Bruin. Finally got out of that jersey.
But he's,
Big game player, they say.
yeah, big game player on the smaller side, but gives just heart and
He's a
Doesn't
soul.
play small, Dean.
No, he doesn't
sure
play small.
Yeah.
Lives for big moments.
Mhm.
I think he was on our World Junior team, Canadian
He was on
World
that
Junior
Four
team.
Nations team,
He was at the
too.
Four Nations
Yeah.
teams. Played, had success. I'm just thinking, maybe a guy we don't talk about enough. Hell of a hockey player.
Feel like we, yeah,
Big fan.
like that Marchand guy.
Yeah, I'm not sure why I got to thinking about it this weekend, but I fucking love that guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Like,
Man, I love that
He's
guy.
really good.
Really, really strong
if,
player.
if he wants to do a certain thing, had it right there.
Had it right there.
Had it
Snuck
right-
through.
Right there.
Yes.
We've lost this easy one, by the way. It's fine. He'll be back.
5-4 double OT, game 2, series tied.
Wasn't his only breakaway goal either. I'll have
right.
you know.
Yeah.
Guy was good.
Yeah.
Roll good.
Did you know that the Oilers were going to tie it? Are you
Uh,
fully on board with my
There was
if they pull the goalie,
yeah,
they're
going to
getting a
get
goal?
one. It was incredibly painful because you knew every clearing opportunity that didn't go out could have been what sets up the eventual game time goal.
No, we were at
Yeah, just go.
we were over at someone's house, and I'm like, they're going to score. I said they better get up by 2
Mhm.
because they will pull the goalie and then tie it. So this is a 1-goal game. I was on board with that.
Yeah, I liked
Sorry.
Corey Perry better when he was playing on Last Place Chicago. Fit
Yeah, it was
that
much better.
Yeah.
Or not playing for Chicago, or just whatever.
Getting sent home by Chicago, whatever it was. You never really got a good answer there.
We expected, or we were
Mind your own
told,
business.
by experts this was going to be a close series, and game 1 went to overtime, game 2 went to double overtime. So far
Triple overtime tonight. I see
the
what you did.
Is that
experts
close?
experts would be right on point.
Are we? Because either team could be up 2-0,
Correct.
That's
Or-
not about overtime,
or it could be tied 1-1.
or it could be down 2.
Or down. Oh, yeah.
So then the other team would be up.
Right, that's the one.
So who deserves what?
I think probably where we're supposed to be.
Oh,
Probably.
I don't like it.
I like it a lot more than 2-0 for.
I do
a certain
too,
team.
but I don't like how things have played out because both times where Panthers have done a job, look like okay, but like you said, the inevitable's coming. Inevitable's coming. They're going to score and tie it, and they can't stop them.
The Oilers have not had a third period lead in the series, and they've been very close to being up 2-0 in the series.
Tricky to do.
It is tricky to do.
I thought Florida looked a little more fatigued in overtime.
Certainly, game 1, I thought the same in overtime.
Well, maybe they wouldn't have looked as fatigued if Reinhardt puts it in the net on a breakaway instead of missing the net entirely.
That's a terrible shot.
You really gotta.
It's 50.
Empty nets. What are we?
What's up with this guy?
Walk us through that again. The end of the game, the empty net.
Just put it in the empty net.
Because those goals,
they count as they're no less important or valuable.
In fact, they kind
as
of
goals
more important.
As goals that you score when the other team has a goalie in. The refs don't care. The league doesn't care. Count it. They will count it as a goal. It is a goal for.
When you're up 1 and the other team's pulled their goal, boy, that actually feels like a monster goal.
It feels.
They're going to put their goalie back in. They're down 2. There's only a minute left.
It's like sometimes. Do you need another coach on the bench just to kind of, fellas, empty net? Maybe you don't notice. You're so focused on your D coverage. These defend, we need a guy man high here. Maybe you're not focused on the other end. Maybe you need an empty net coach.
Are we practicing empty netters? On the fucking D coverage too? 27. Wake up.
Are we practicing our empty netters?
I don't think so.
That's a problem.
We should be. Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
LA Kings, if they were good at empty netters,
gotta be.
Could still be playing right.
And this is why you two are sitting in a fucking.
Be a different world we're living in right now.
But it is crazy.
Yeah.
Get these two behind the bench. Listen, today's practice, empty net. Goalies get some rest.
Yeah. Do you want me just to go?
No, because if you guys, if you wanted to hit those empty nets, we wouldn't have to do this. But now with the media's here, we're going to embarrass you and make you shoot empty nets because you've missed them that cost us wins.
But it has been through 2 games tight. Because even at 3-1 in game 1, as we recall, it was only that for a minute 17, and then
they should have maybe. Yeah, this is the problem I have is that they're not really slowing them down, are they?
Not really.
Sure, they're playing them tight, and it's good hockey. But when they need it, seem to, except for the overtime, I guess. But still, I just feel like the Oilers, they can crank it up and they take over.
Yeah, if you are hopeful for more Florida victories, you probably want to put a lot of stock in last change, where you can have Barkov draped on McDavid for the next 2 games and game 6. But you got to make some hay here. You're on home ice now, and to Rhett's point, you've watched the Oilers storm back and score when they've needed to, and you've blown 2 leads after 40 minutes.
Yeah, they a safe lead feels like it has to be a 3 or 4 goal.
Yes, at least 2
at this point.
When they were at 4, you're like, that's not enough.
Yeah, that's not enough.
That right there will not win you the game.
But
you're going to need 1 more at least.
Bobber, your buddy, back in Florida.
He was awesome on Friday.
On home ice has been, because I think it's kind of cherry picking a little bit, but his numbers in a Stanley Cup final, he's still under 900 save percentage or whatever, but at home, he has been quite good. There you see it. Last year, he was 3-1 at home with a 1.51 and a 939 plus a shutout. But he was tremendous and had to be in game 2.
Yeah, they could have got blown out in that game. I mean, I think that probably ties into what Rhett's talking about as well. You may have had leads, but you certainly weren't dominating the Oilers at any point yet.
But hey, you know what? You're paying the goalie.
Oh,
he's allowed to be on the team and play well.
Count against the cap?
Oh, if he wants to be better than the other team's goalie, that's probably the most important thing that Florida can do here. Yeah,
he's allowed to be good.
Yeah, he's got 2 Vezinas
there. And just as a side note, this is the worst topic in the world, but I just have to say it to all the losers out there: take your fandom, enjoy it. Stop asking everyone else, "Are you cheering for the Oilers?" Because we're not. We're just fucking not, okay? So don't. Get your tattoo and F off.
I see your truck flags. I know who you're cheering for. That's fine.
You're cheering for the Oilers? No. Hate them.
Maybe they're trying to include you in on their fun.
I don't like the people. You're idiots. You're cheering for the. No. What fun? Did you see the hippo tank? Did you see the dress up? Everyone I sit with and watches the game, they're like, boy, those people. Ooh.
2 hours putting face paint on. He's our
Ooh.
hero.
It's one thing to be like a team. Like there are Bills fans that are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but they don't come across like these folk. There's some serious issues up there. It's in the water.
Is it in the water?
Yeah, and it's not good for them.
Fluoride and insanity.
Whatever else they're putting.
Yeah.
Are you cheering for the Oilers? No. Everyone that's cheering for the Oilers, it's like they have to just blurt it out to any random F-head that walks by them.
You know, you should come up to a game. They're really fun. No, they're not. I fucking hate that team.
Yeah.
It would be a nightmare.
You
I'd
don't
rather have my
know.
fingernails pulled out with like needle-nose pliers. Are you kidding me?
I don't know you. I don't want to know you. Why are you talking to me about the Oilers?
There is kind of, I'm not to that point, but it's that fan where they can't understand.
No, they're that stupid.
why
That's
wouldn't you?
So are you so you're cheering for Florida? Yes, very much so.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, what? You don't want them to
Jeez.
win again, do you? Like I'd like your Canadian team to win.
This is club sports. This is different than the Olympics. I'm
Okay.
not sure if you're aware. This is not the Olympics. This is not Team Canada.
Yeah.
Your second best player is a German. Okay. We don't need to go down this road. This is called club sports.
Anyway, well, I'm sorry you have to deal with that, Rhett.
hence calling them stupid is okay because they are.
Yeah. I'm sorry, pal. That makes
Oof,
things
duh.
tough.
Everyone.
Makes it tough.
It's like, oh, so you're a turncoat and switch cities and want to cheer for two teams. That's not how everyone else rolls. Most people pick one team and they're loyal to that team.
You do you.
You know what? You shouldn't have to deal with that.
I should start suckering people.
No, I
I'd
don't.
call
No,
Peter
no,
Klein
Klein
pretty
first.
pathetic.
no,
Make sure it's
McLeod
okay,
law.
so get him to
McLeod-
sign
no,
a waiver. or
no,
something.
No. But hopefully soon that'll change and people will.
It was
just
so
leave it alone.
disheartening to watch the losers at that pit walking out of there on live TV the other day. That was really
The
upsetting.
pit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, they'll be back at it though. They're undeterred, Rhett.
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck else are you going to do up there?
Yeah. I mean, Monday's work day, but
This Sam Bennett character continues to really be a huge story. He's
Incredible.
been a very good Florida Panther, and he's had a very good playoff. But he's got 3 goals already in the series. He set a record with his 12th road goal. That's a new NHL record. He's got 13 altogether. And okay, do you like
This is wild.
playoff performers?
Yes, you do.
His regular season goals per game and points per game nearly double in terms of points. Well, not quite, I guess, but it's considerable, the jump.
Yes.
He has 13 goals. As a Flame, he had 13 in 81 games and 13 in 71 games.
Those are season totals.
Those
you're
are
alluding
season
to.
totals. He's done it in the postseason.
So you're saying they probably haven't played close to 82 games?
Not yet.
Okay.
And I don't,
And if they did,
mathematically,
he
I don't know.
probably-
I don't know that they're going to get there. I don't think they're going to get 82 games.
No
playoff games.
but he
in
could
here.
still score more than
He might. Yeah.
interesting.
Impressive.
And so the challenge is like he's a very fine number 2 center in the regular season, a good player, a solid player. In the playoffs, he's a bleeping core part, and he's like follow him into battle warrior. They don't make any money in the playoffs. The cap is how you build teams in the regular season. Like what teams are going to be willing to pay him and how he's going to measure staying in Florida versus much higher offers, which he will get from some less tax-friendly places, is going to be fascinating. Because everyone could use this guy. Everyone.
I'm not. Sam Bennett can figure out his own shit and we can speculate about his offseasons. I want to go back 5 years.
Yeah. Okay. To the trade.
Because we were very much okay with trading Sam Bennett.
Well, we continued to say it was a change of scenery. Like you,
Yeah,
they
but
were
at some
screaming.
point you
Oh,
maybe have to go, no. So, well, a couple things. We're idiots and we just talk bullshit.
That's great.
Other people make millions and millions of dollars to get paid to
Run hockey
really
teams.
dig in to understand what these guys are.
Yeah.
Somebody dropped the fucking ball. Swearing again. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, I
Because
I've been
change of
right.
scenery. He's done better. And was it the first trade that's ever happened where the guy left and played? No,
That's the thing.
but guess what?
It happened.
That's on your. That's
on your watch.
That's your watch. That's your just.
No, I think Sam didn't truly embrace the player he is in Florida until he left here. And I felt there was a lot of pressure that he put on himself here as the highest pick in franchise history and as a star. And I've got to be this offensive dynamo. And you'd watch him come in 1-on-2 and try to split guys. Like Sam Bennett today chips that in and hits you. Sam Bennett was trying to be a player in Calgary. He is not yet and never will be in this league. And Sam Bennett could not take the jobs of the top 3 centermen nor the top 6 wingers on this team here, despite giving a lot of opportunities in those spots. Did Sam Bennett have to deal with a lot of coaches? Yes. Did he get moved around the lineup? Yeah. Did he take anyone's job? No. And so I think both things can be true. You can have mismanaged him a little, but he also wasn't his best self there for a lot of the reasons that are up to him.
Yeah. I've been right a few times and wrong a bunch, and I was wrong about Sam for sure to a certain extent. It was that sort of thing. It just didn't look to me like he had the brain. He just didn't look like a smart hockey player. Just like you say, he was trying to beat guys and do the, well, just keep it simple. Try him. And you look at him now, and it's almost purely simplistic.
It's a very straight line game he plays, and that was not what he was here. He would try to toe drag through TD and then take a penalty behind the other team's net in the first period. And they just put you on the top line with Monahan and Gaudreau, and you're going to do that in the first shift?
That's
Jesus,
fine.
Sam, get out of your own way here.
Fine and good, but I'll tell you what, in 10 years when we're dead and gone, people will look back on this trade and go, that's one of the worst trades ever.
Are we going to be dead and gone in 10 years?
I can't paddleboard
in 10 years?
10 years.
I did a 2-minute paddleboard and I went down.
I need to go then.
We need to find some life insurance.
What are you going to do?
I don't know. Go home.
Seriously. It's one of the worst trades ever.
It's a very bad trade.
This guy could win the fucking Conn Smythe.
Here's the thing. It wasn't as if under the darkness of night, they quickly traded him out there and he didn't go to market. Everyone in the league knew this guy was available. And the top offer they got was Emil Heineman in a second rounder. Every team out there could have got this guy if they offered a first. Nobody thought it was a good idea. And you can't really debate that.
Maybe the guy's running this.
What was?
Maybe I don't know. I'm going to argue.
I agree with you. It's a bad trade.
It's really easy
forget
to
how
say,
low his stock was.
Why did you have to trade him for Emil Heineman? Find a way to make him a player that he is. Where
they
and
run
I'm
out
not
ideas.
Saying I was.
Yeah, 3 or 4 coaches had a crack at it. Didn't happen here. Maybe that was part of the problem.
Was he? Because he was
playing wing with shitty wingers. Yeah. Glad you cut back. Are you telling me right now you want Backlund over Sam Bennett?
No, but back then he was a much better player than Bennett.
When did you? I'm going to the Greg Keller school of thought. You did not give him real. And trust me, I said what you guys said. He needs to change the scenery, and if he's got to go, he's got to go.
Yeah.
But you can now look. But what I started the conversation saying was, we are also idiots that don't get paid millions of dollars to dig into this stuff and understand and see. And franchise changing situations. We're not running the franchise, right? This is huge.
Yeah,
you effed it up.
You drafted him to be your number 1 center, and then my gosh, if Monahan was your number 2, wow, how good is this team going to be? And he never really got out of the bottom 6 because A, you couldn't earn it, and B, you couldn't find a role for him in the top 6.
Other guys were better. Played at center, was played at wing, and moved around. It was not. Again, it's easy to cherry pick for me now.
No, you were leading the parade of change of scenery. You're like, he's got to go. And you were right, but it also doesn't mean that the Flames couldn't have done things differently. Both these things can be true.
His contract status at the time was RFA. Did he have ARB rights?
Because nothing. You would know.
I was just.
It wasn't a scary ARB case, I'll tell you that.
No, yeah, because
13 goals or whatever's last.
Because the one thing at the time, and I don't know that it makes a difference, is Daryl Sutter had more or less just kind of gotten here, and the one thought was, this might be the coach that could unlock him. He might be a guy that can connect with Sam Bennett and what would make Sam Bennett work. But the deal was done. And then
trying to remember when the trade was, because Daryl came in, he relieved
Montreal.
Jeff Ward got relieved. They had Ryan Husk behind the bench for 2 games, and Daryl went into COVID protocol to get healthy. They had to clear before he could join the teams. And then he had him down the stretch. And I think he put Lindholm. Kachuk and Gaudreau together down the stretch, and it didn't really do much. But then the next year, that was a top line in the league.
So can I just
Trying to remember where Bennett was in all that mix.
think about that too? He got traded during COVID, right?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of
Nobody should have
extenuating
done
circumstances.
COVID.
No, COVID. I mean, although I saw a clip, somebody was calling for COVID last week.
Yes,
What? What a
Mhm.
terrible time in our lives.
Yeah, weird. Yeah, April of 2021.
Yeah, but it was a weird
So,
season.
yeah.
Right? Because it was
so that,
COVID.
and Daryl would have come in the prior spring or that spring.
Regardless.
He came in that year, I'm pretty sure, halfway through the year.
Yeah,
Regardless, it's easy. Like we should be more. Oh, that was that's a
hey,
real
look,
bad
it's
look.
not. It's not
That
even
is a real bad look for the Flames franchise.
I
Like,
agree.
the Florida Panthers are laughing at you, and the rest of the league. Really,
Well, and look, they might let him walk. They're not going to offer him top dollar here. We know that.
I'm not making an argument for that. I'm saying that it's a call for self-reflection. Is what I'm trying to point.
Sure, and you know what it is with Bill Zito too. It's like he knows exactly what he's doing in terms
Bill
of how he
Zito
was,
there.
Yes, that was one of his moves. He said,
Okay, I'm just asking. Don't talk.
no. Sorry, I
Tone.
Bill Zito was the GM. Dale Talon was a long time ago. I believe that was the prior GM.
Yeah, that was a Zito.
It's
deal.
getting to be a
Yeah.
long time though.
Oh, it has been.
Yeah. Yeah. Years keep on ticking away here.
Well, and remember, he
Those
saw a
directors.
team with Huberdeau with 115 points win a President's Trophy and get pumped in the first round. It's like, I don't care about President's Trophies. I have to make a trade to bring in guys that will perform in the playoffs. Huberdeau was not that guy. That's a ballsy trade to make. Most teams don't do that. The Toronto Maple Leafs did not do that with Mitch Marner.
Can you imagine? They could have picked up Bennett.
Yeah. So like that 1920 season, which we recall as being
Boo.
not great. Bill Peters fired, Jeff Ward in, season ends or whatever. I mean, whenever COVID hits, that does its thing. In that 1920 season, in 52 games, Sam had 8 goals and 12 points. The next year, 38 games, 4 goals and 12, and then traded. And responds.
Well, and he was
immediately.
making noise about not being played and wanting to play center. And you know what? He was right.
Well, remember, Jeff Ward was asked before the start of the season, where's Sam Bennett going to play? Center. Matter of factly, center. And I can't remember how long that lasted or if it even started.
I can tell you it didn't go well when it did happen.
Yeah, it was not a project they invested any amount of time in, for sure. And then on the flip side, good for the player. He gets the change of scenery and makes the most of it. He got 15 points in his first 10 games. And then had 5 in 5 in the postseason. And then the next year, 28 fucking goals.
Yeah. He was exactly what they needed.
It's a lot of teams use that guy.
Right now, that's what
Flames
that's what
really
we're
could have
saying.
used that guy.
If you can tell me there's 10 teams that couldn't use Sam Bennett and won't be interested in free agency, I'm like, I don't.
But
believe
to
that.
your point, if say I'm the owner of that team, the Calgary Flames, and this is the highest draft pick we've ever had, and we traded him away. Oh, it's not everybody turns out. But if a switch almost is flipped like that, you become a point per game guy. In the next 10 games, you go 15 points. The next season, 28 goals. It would be,
Fellas.
what are we doing downstairs? Right? What
what went wrong?
What's going on in the kitchen?
Yeah.
Because it's possible we have the ingredients for something special here, but
Right.
nothing special is coming out of that kitchen. To your point, which I think is the
that's
trade is
all
one
I'm saying.
thing, but it's the development and the
Yeah.
and
So-
maybe did he play with good enough players? They didn't have many good players.
No,
They
it's
did have good
no,
players
it's
because
not
they
true.
had good teams.
It's the opposite of that. They were competitive and had good players, so they wouldn't put him
Who's
higher
he
in the
playing
lineup.
with now?
Second line, so he would be with
Is he out there with Kachuk
Verhaeghe?
ever?
for Hagee, and who's the other rat there? Because Lundell, Listerinen, and
27.
Marchand is the
They're the
third line.
third,
Top line's Reinhardt, Barkov.
Anyway,
Rodriguez and Kachuk, according to Daily Faceoff.
Yeah, so they've moved Kachuk around. Okay, so but second line center since he's been.
Guess who was here?
Kachuk.
Oh,
But again, if you go back and put yourself in the shoes of the, let me finish.
We go back and sorry, I'm interrupting.
Okay, so I think he had 5 coaches here. Correct me if I'm wrong. Hartley, Gulletson, Peters, Ward, Sutter.
Okay.
So
No
that's tough on a guy for sure. And that who's in charge of that? Is that the owner? Is that the GM? Is it a combination of all management? Sure, I don't know, but it's part of the problem. But it's also kind of like there's a lot of guys that had a chance to figure this kid out and couldn't do it. Like there's Hall of Fame coaches that could not make this guy work.
Wow.
And he couldn't take the jobs of the Michael Froehlichs.
Well, Ward's not a Hall of Famer.
No, well, Sutter is. Yeah.
So one.
Sutter was hired March 4th of 2021.
Yes, he's gone.
So a month later, they traded Sam.
Yeah.
So
and it was going to be a project at that point for sure.
That's my recall on it was, do you give Daryl a go? Do you try and sign Sam one more time? And maybe who knows, behind the scene, Sam wants out. Sam's not. Maybe that's happening. Because, to your point, he's gone through a bunch of coaches and a bunch of this.
Who knows? Highest drafted player. He's supposed to be a star. It's not happening. He's frustrating. His play's falling apart. He's taking bad penalties. He's not putting up any points. He can't win a job in the top 9. You're trying to make home ice in the playoffs. That was a lot of the years here, what I just described. So do you now say, like we always talk about it, it's like, oh, who's he playing with? How about you make the guys around you better? He was nowhere near a player of that caliber. And then when he gets to Florida, they put him on a line with Anthony Duclair and Jonathan Huberdeau, and Huberdeau has 115 bleeping points. It's insane.
I don't care about Huberdeau.
It's like the Marty St. Louis thing where the guy explodes the moment he leaves, and you're like, is this franchise cursed or doomed?
Or shittily organized?
And it was coaching and GM changes with
that's what I'm saying. It's
St.
the
Louis as well.
Self-reflection thing.
Yeah.
No one. We're all guilty. Yeah. Sam's got to go. He's not playing well. Takes penalties. He's not fit. Okay. We don't run the team. I don't run a multi-million-dollar organization. Billion-dollar organization. And you're letting possibly the Conn Smythe Trophy winner.
Yeah.
When's the last time a guy like Sam Bennett was up for free agency? You know what I mean? Like, there's always big names in free agency, but there's not always big names that have gone to the Stanley Cup Finals 3 years in a row and been dominating.
That said, there are 2 guys, and isn't it funny? Both are going to be free agents, Mitch Marner and Sam Bennett. And one guy is being crushed about his playoff performance, and the other guy is being lauded and will get paid almost primarily because
both are going to leave under Treliving's watch as well, potentially. He was the one that orchestrated the Bennett trade, and he had the opportunity to trade Mitch Marner a year ago. The no trade kicked in, and that was tough timing for him. He just arrived there. But now you're probably going to lose that asset for nothing. And sure, you get the cap space, but there aren't 100-point players to go sign in free agency if you're Brad Treliving.
And I mean, not to let guys, Flames or anybody off the hook, but outside of maybe Mr. and Mrs. Bennett and maybe his agent and maybe Sam, who could have expected this?
Greg Keller.
Kind of a turnaround.
Yeah. I mean, and that's why I bring up the GM.
Good player.
Yeah.
But he's a driving force for this team in the postseason.
Okay. Put your owner hat on.
Where's that?
I'll need to get one.
Owner hat.
Put your owner hat on. And I mean, it's too far back now. But I bet you he's seeing this going,
oh, there's a few things. There's no question. You're not happy about that. You're not happy about Kachuk and how that trade's turned out. You go even deeper. The kid you put on waivers and got the first rounder went to Phoenix.
Schmidt.
No.
Valimaki. He hasn't really done anything since.
But still, you're not happy. We put him on. We lost our first rounder to wait. There's just
Giordano, Monahan.
I feel like Gio, the owner, probably had some say in. That's a guy. I don't know if I think the GM probably would have liked to have traded Gio. It's my thought. This is pure speculation. When a guy's been a one jersey player, it almost becomes the management decision above the GM, if you know what I mean. Maybe I'm wrong.
We could S-talk the Oilers or we can S-talk our team. But you go back,
That's why they're in a rebuild. Yes, like
There's a
we all
history
understand
of
how they
F
got
up
here. It was bad decisions. You
And you
had
can go back further. and
you
they
had
did.
an extension on the table with Johnny. You balked at his number. He left a year later. You could have had him way less than what he went for on market. You had the opportunity to extend Matthew Tkachuk on a max or a 7-year deal instead of 3, but you were so tight against the cap with your Michael Furleeks and your Travis Hammondicks and such, you couldn't do it. That came back to bite you. There's lots of mistakes here. Yeah, like absolutely. It's you're saying it's a horrible trade. It is. It's not losing Jack Eichel for what the Buffalo Sabres.
It's very similar.
It is, but one's a number 1 center, number 2. But yeah, like it's a horrible.
You got something in return for Buffalo. You got nothing for Sam Bennett. Like what was?
Yeah, the second and Emil Heineman.
They got pieces they can at least move again. Buffalo with the.
Yeah, and you
Eichel.
moved Heineman again. I think in the Toffoli deal or
For
one
what?
like that.
Anyway,
Yeah.
but, what's sticking in my craw, and I said it last week, was that not only is that team to the north really good, we have nothing to combat it. We had one hell of a year, and we're going to be a year older.
That's not a bad thing for this team. I think it's a worse thing for the Oilers. They're the oldest team in the league.
I think you're
Just
ridiculous.
focus on the Flames.
Well, no, I mean, I don't think this team getting a year older.
Okay,
If
but
you
just
look at where we're at, like the players you actually care about are the young ones. You're happy to see them a year older.
just stop. Not worrying about the age, but just the overriding sentiment about how
My overriding
You watch
sentiment
this
is
right
that
now.
your key pieces are getting older and not going to get better, and you have no stars to go up against other team stars.
how do you improve?
Yeah,
how
you're-
do you
you
continue
You're
have
to
to
build?
middling. And if you go back and Sam Bennett's name is on your screen and you go back to 2011 when the Flames, whatever, drafted him, it's been middling forever.
Yeah, they haven't made the playoffs.
There's
back-to-back
nothing
years.
like I'm grumpy pants, I guess, today, but it's like, how are you ever going up against those teams?
You have to tear this down further. And we had
Who's
a big
gonna
yelling
lead
match
you?
about this in the winter, but you have to tear this down further. It's
Yeah.
more clear than ever. You need to tear this thing down much further. Coleman's got 2 years left. Nazem Kadri's got 4, making good money for a second line center now. Like you can move that all of a sudden. Like I'd prefer him to Brock Nelson, who's making 7.5 on the next 3 years. He was just that's the market today. You absolutely have to trade Rasmus Anderson and not re-sign him. You don't need a guy going from 30 to 37 for the next 9 years here in terms of like the last year of his deal, 8-year deal. Like, no, you need to tear this down to get stars. Watch these two teams.
I think
that's how they got here.
Yeah.
Well, and you look at you have the Oilers. They were bad for a long time, and then won lotteries, and they got the best player in the world, and then they got maybe the second best player in the world. So that they did it that way, and then and some luck along the way, obviously. And then the Florida Panthers. There's some real. If you do it, if you make those trades and they work, congratulations. The Verhaeghe ad, amazing. Bennett, great trade. They get what Lundell off of waiver. Like there's been
they raped and pillaged the Sabres too.
Yep.
Reinhardt and Montour for nothing.
Oh, it wasn't nothing. It was first plus, but yeah, those are ballsy trades to make. Sam,
I'm with Pinder, and everyone's like, well, you could go into the dumper forever. Maybe you could. And guess who just was in the dumper forever? The two teams that are in the finals.
Yeah,
Florida's third year in a row and Edmonton's second year in a row. What do you want?
Yeah, because if you want to just
Peter
get
Maher,
in,
I text Peter Maher on the weekend because I missed Peter Maher and I thought about him. I said, Peter Maher, we miss you. I hope you're doing well. And he texted me back. He's all good. And he sent me a link to the 04. It was some anyway. So it got me thinking, like, we had to run then, but there hasn't been an established quality squad in Calgary since the 80s, maybe early 90s. Like, in what's, and maybe I'm being a little harsh, but I'm not far off. What teams on that list were you like, well, these guys have a chance to win the cup at the start of the year? Everyone says they're going to make the playoffs and win it. No. Out of that last however many years,
the only thing is you wonder if Bennett is here and Tkachuk is here, like if Johnny stay, Monahan doesn't get hurt, because those were all very good high draft picks that turned into very good players.
Yeah, they kind of did a little rebuild and it went well. You just
They
didn't
had
do
the
well with the
basis
pieces.
again, and then they all left, though.
To your point, you had the ingredients.
Yeah.
And so now that they're gone, don't start tricking yourself into thinking, oh, we're a 96-point team. If we can just get Marner, we're good. No, you're not.
Watch these teams play and tell me that
Yes.
you think Florida can't shut down it. When it matters, who?
Yeah, these are two heavyweights, and you can see they've both gone to overtime. These games 1 and 2. The divide is very slim.
Who are making the big plays? Who made the big plays?
Marchand, Bennett, McDavid, Draisaitl, Bobrovsky.
Yeah, Hall of Famers or close to it are the guys that are stirring the drink.
And look, the next 2 draft classes, you have very, very special players. Don't start thinking finishing
There
ninth
might
in the
be
West
always
means-
special players in the draft, and I'm not poo-pooing what you said because you're right. Because I think the
but
year after
times
that,
now is what I'm
I'm
saying.
going to tell you that there's the kid that just got drafted number 1 to the Dub. He's the next,
He's another,
and
really good
he's
one.
so every year you're going to have special players, but you need special players, and
Yeah, I guess my
I
point
don't
is
think
this
we have it.
isn't Nail Yakupov or Ryan Nugent-Hopkins that won the next 2 years. A player that didn't last in the league and a good NHLer, but not a great NHLer. You have great players coming. You cannot say, we'll bring the band back and see if it's okay. No, you need to be proactive if you want to pick high. And if you look at the teams in this league, and there's 32 of them, and you say, how many times has this team picked in the top 5? How many times have you been to the Final Four? Calgary has got to be dead last in that stat. They never bottom out, and they never get that far.
yes, and
So mediocrity is just peak pain. That's what this franchise, to your point, has been for most of the last 30
and
years.
I've been trying to say it. Tampa Bay, you felt like they could do better. Florida, Boston, when they were good. Don't we want a 5 to 8 year window of we're one of the favorites? Like, I know it sucks to be Dallas right now, and there was a decade of San Jose that they would get close and not do it. But again, I still think it's a lot better than.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa! Look at this team. Where'd these guys come from? That was the 04 group. We fluked our way to a final, to a game 7.
How many points did you have that year? 92?
Well, we didn't have
94?
we were
Points
6th
system.
place. We're 6th place, and we got a Hall of Fame goaler.
Yeah.
Halfway.
There's a lot of similarities there, to be fair. The one piece you do have that's a hard one to
Yeah,
find is
and the
goalie.
similarities afterwards are what scare me.
Right. 'Cause
Is that we've got the goaltender, the warts have disappeared, but we're not really.
now we're going to go spend on veteran free agents. Careful.
Now, I'm not trying to be cheeky, but what would you say to someone who maybe halfway through the year was saying, get some scoring in here, make some trades,
Yeah, but you were
and
going
get
for
some,
it.
get some scorers in here?
They were thinking they're a playoff team.
Yeah, they did. They sat on their hands at the deadline because they were.
They didn't
too
do
in
one
it
or
to
the
sell.
other. They didn't use the cap space that they were supposed to. Instead, they just saved themselves however fucking millions of dollars. Didn't help themselves at all, other than the bottom line. And you were sticking in it. You added guys in Farabee and Frost, so you thought you were going to go for it. And you were a point away. But that doesn't make you a 10-year juggernaut.
I know.
Yeah,
You
it was-
were
it
on a
was
run.
half
You
measures.
they saw it. They were like, "Whoa, we're pretty." Then go for it. Take your stab at the 1-year run, and then dismantle. So yes, I understand what you're saying. I'm cheeky saying go get guys, but they weren't doing either.
Yeah,
And look where they ended up. The worst possible position
peak pain.
for growing this team. And
Yep.
I'm not discounting the fact that some of the kids got to learn big games down the stretch. Okay, great. You still have to be. Tell me next year you're 100% convinced we're 96 points or above.
God, no, can't do it.
Not a chance. So how are we better off?
That's why you have to trade Rasmus this summer, fellas.
Weeks. And some of it comes from watching these two teams and going,
Not even close.
I'm sorry. Yeah, they're the two best. Well, what do you want to be? What do you want to be? Here? Oh, we had a hell of a year. This was great. 96 points. Everybody come out, buy some tickets. How about a few playoff rounds? How about we're real comfortable going into round one, and if we lose round one, it's a massive upset. How about that? How about we have to be a massively upset to lose out in round one instead of, we squeaked in, they got a chance now. It's been how many years?
Well, yeah, it's for some people
35 years,
their entire lifetime.
Yeah, and look, they've won the West and they've won the division, and they've
one-offs.
They've been teams that people have picked to come out of the Western Conference and go to the Cup final. I know, preseason after the big offseason shuffle where Johnny and Matthew left, there was a lot of people that liked them a lot with the moves they'd made. But
a lot of us hated it.
But let's be honest, if you take away the weird qualifying bubble, that old group never even made it 2 years in a row to the playoffs. Like, that's wild.
And they ran through coaches. Now, I think some of them they needed to, and one of them was a real weird situation. So maybe that's, but
established coach, fire him, go cheap. Established coach, fire him, go cheap. Established coach, fire him, went cheap. Now, Husk has been very good for a guy that probably has one of the lowest coaches' salaries in the NHL, but you could look there too if you're the owner. What would have happened if you didn't go to first-time head coaches in Ward and Gullitz and you went with established guys when you had the ingredients in the kitchen? Why is it always a first-time GM here or someone that never gets hired ever again anywhere else? When was the last time they went out and got an established decision maker that had done the job for a decade?
Love you, Craig.
Love you. He understands how to manage up. He's been around it a long time, but we never got the who's the best guy in the league? Let's go get him. Or who's the next best? Who's working behind the best guy in the league?
I believe they tried to get
guys.
Stevie Y at one point, and he said, thanks.
It didn't last very long because it probably said, yeah, how's this going to work? Oh, you're going to green or red light my decisions? I'm good.
Yeah.
My guess.
Anyway, I'm a little depressed because you watch Bennett perform and you go, Jesus, that was no good. Monahan won an award. He was injured. You give him up for him.
And that wasn't a pressing issue because you have LTIR.
And that's just it. If you could keep going back year over year and go, why'd you do this? Now, maybe that's life and everyone in every organization can, but we haven't had a cup contender. Am I wrong? Were they really cup contenders, or were we just drinking the Kool-Aid when Kipper was here from 2005 to 2010?
I don't know. I mean, it depends how you define the terms. But look, they were teams that people expected to win around. They never did again. They should have been favored in a few series. They were. It happened in the early 90s too. They won in 89, and they had great teams for 3 or 4 years and lost in the first round every year. And slowly all the stars trickled away, just like they have in this last chapter. Neuendijk, Gilmore, Al McInnes, Gary Suter, like Hall of Famers are just like, yeah, I'm going to go now.
It'd be interesting to know if there was a season, what you guys would have done that next year.
Yeah, that was the year.
Because you go 2 years out and then you lose in round one, game 7, Anaheim.
Yeah,
well, maybe but what if you don't make the playoffs the next year, or you get in round one and lose, and then it's like, wow, that really was lightning in a bottle, a one-off anomaly run 2 years ago or last year in 2004.
I think part of the problem with that team in that era was that it was a changeover of rules as well, and we were a certain type of team.
You were a certain type.
Yeah, that's fair. So if you don't have the
watched
lockout,
the highlights that Peter Marr sent me last night, and I'm like, that's a penalty. That's a penalty. That's a penalty. Penalty.
Yeah.
Oh, and a penalty.
So the lockout, you lose a bunch of guys you would have had under contract that you would have kept in the fold, like your commies and some other
Our
guys.
team, and
then
it wasn't our sorry, Ryan, but it wasn't our abilities. It was the fact that we were a tight team that helped us win.
Yeah.
I agree.
But in fairness, that team was built for that rule book, for those rules. It's not.
And if you don't have a lockout, you don't change the rules. I think it was like, okay, now we're going to have to
regardless, we have had 40 years of it's nice to watch this hockey and go, God.
Yeah, I know. I mean, the point you make about wouldn't it be nice to be one of those teams where like playoffs? Well, yeah,
obviously,
but at probably home ice.
Yes.
But is it going to be Colorado again in round 3? Is it going to be Dallas again? What's it going to take to get over?
Those are the good problems.
Yeah. What's it going to take to
beat
beat Colorado?
You can be mad. Jim Nill just fired his coach in the semifinal. Like
3 years in a row, the Final Four.
Let's have that problem.
Yeah. Carolina's problems are better problems to have than the Flames' problems. They got all the way to the Final Four again, have all their picks, 2 firsts from Dallas, lots of cap space. Those are better problems.
Woof.
Do we have any answers?
You got to trade Rasmus.
Okay.
I love the guy, but come on, you're not close with this group.
Trade him.
I don't care if you trade Rasmus. You're going to probably make some trades.
Yeah, well, the thing with Rasmus is it's a 9-year commitment because he's going to want max term and he's got 1 year left. And you could convince me that trading Uyghur's a move or not, sure, but it's only a 4-year commitment there.
To
Right?
me,
Like,
it's
to me,
more
it's
about
just
the
you don't wanna
return value.
lock in.
And it's not about Uyghur. What am I getting in return for my players?
It sounds like the ask for Rasmus should be first a player and a prospect.
I still feel like we asked for a lot of things with 2 years.
I mean, it's what they got for Lindholm, plus they got more. But I think with a year left at his salary, it's not a deadline sale like you saw with Hanifin or Tanev, where you're only getting a guy for theoretically a couple months. I don't think that's a crazy ask, and I think it's reasonable to expect they could get that. Right shot D are hard to come by.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk about this
For
down the road, but the thing that is you want to trade and get assets, but you also want to be bad, to your point.
Well, that's where the
So
trade really
that's-
helps you.
That's what
Again, so last year, they weren't doing either. They weren't getting good. They weren't getting bad. And the third kicker was the cap space and lack of usage.
Yeah.
Because you get, are we improve? Are we going to make the playoffs? Then make the playoffs. Okay. You're a tight team. Everyone's playing together. Okay, great. Then go. You're 1 point away. Even less. What was
It was the tiebreaker.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a freaking tie.
So 1 point away. Yeah.
So you can look at it and say, well, that's a good, or is it no, we needed more. Or you could have traded away and finished worse and got a better pick. Or you could have at least used the draft or the cap space to compile more assets or picks or whatever. It was, and again, it's revisionist history, and you can look back on it and make all the right plays because that's how life works. But what did they accomplish this year?
You found your goalie. That's nice. That's really the biggest.
But
takeaway,
that was
big
going to be
long-term.
determined no matter what because
Well,
he was coming up. Like
You didn't know if
that's-
it was going to happen this year or not, but I think right now you're very comfortable that you found your goalie.
Sure.
But again, you haven't really committed to a rebuild, and I think the more we sit and talk about it, the more it's like you really do have to strip this much barer than you have. You kind of just let expiring contracts move along.
Nazem Kadri
You gotta be
should
more aggressive than
dealt
that.
immediately.
Yeah, if you can get a
It's
nice
not a
return for
shot
him,
against Kadri because he had one hell of a season.
that's why you should trade him because he's
Get
a
him out.
valuable asset to other teams. I feel the same way about Blake Coleman, who's got 2 years left.
I don't know that. Yeah, like anyone over the age of 30.
Should be available. Yeah, like your list of untouchables are all young players. And there's probably not many.
What are you looking at?
No, I was just say because the other part is so if you're going to be trade players and you don't want to be good because you want to pick high or first. I was just saying because the Islanders,
That's a fluke.
it is, but
Yeah, but you didn't even put yourself in that position. The Islanders were bad enough to be able to win.
no, that's
the
what I'm
draft.
saying is you're probably not. You're probably we probably need to move on, but you're not going to bottom out to be dead last or second to dead last.
That-
Chances are, well, maybe you don't have to be, but you have to.
Well, do you think San Jose is going to be better next year?
I do.
Do you think Chicago is going to maybe try to be better next
I'm
year?
less bullish on them, but I think Anaheim's going to be better. I think Utah's going to be better. I think a lot of the teams behind you are younger and going to be better.
I feel bad about your calf because it's really set you off.
I know. I couldn't sleep. It was so
Yeah,
painful.
it's
That's why
irritable.
I'm grumpy. I apologize to all the Flames fans out there.
It's okay, buddy. It's okay.
But now's the time where you're watching this, aren't you, and saying, okay, we better do some analysis on what we're trying to accomplish. Because guess what's coming? That stupid draft. And we might not want to F it up.
Yeah, they clearly don't want to F it up. Yeah. 18 and 32 potentially, or 31. Those are absolutely nowhere near surefire spots to find players.
I'll take
It's-
32.
I'd like to move those together and slide up to like 10, 11. That'd be nice.
I'm just saying in terms of 31 or 32.
Yeah, I agree with that, actually. It's a good point by you.
Thanks.
Yeah, this is where it's hard because you realize, hey, that year that felt so good, actually, big picture, really didn't accomplish much.
Hurts so good.
Hurts
Come
the
on,
rebuild.
baby, so good. Sometimes love. You know that one, Jack?
No, keep singing.
I don't know the words.
Oh, you don't know it either?
They're so good.
It's John Mellencamp.
Or was that John Cougar at that time?
I believe it was
Ooh,
John.
jeez.
Might have been John Cougar.
Sneaky. Was he trying to get out of a record deal or what?
No, I think he was told that John Mellencamp wouldn't be a good name, so he should be John Cougar.
That sounds like the 80s.
Yeah. Vina Nova, Calgary's lab-grown diamond specialists. The only store in Calgary that specializes exclusively in lab-grown diamonds. Savings for lab-grown can be as much as 80% off. So the diamonds are made in a lab. They're pristine. They're perfect.
Mm-hmm.
The same crystal structure as an earth mine diamond. Same hardness and light refraction. And it's up to 80% off? Huh. Seems like something's not making sense. And
That
if
doesn't add up.
Have to take advantage
you
of
have
that.
to just
Dean,
take our word for it.
before they figure
You have
this
to just
out.
take our word for it.
Where they price these higher, we just have to take advantage.
So again, Vina Nova, they know what they're doing. They are the best. They are the only place in Calgary that does it all in lab grown, and the savings are tremendous. They are located in the Market Mall. Parking for days.
In the Market Mall.
Yeah, parking for days in there. But if you have a special occasion coming up, you want to do something nice for your significant other.
Jackie, get engaged?
Are you?
No.
Okay. So, well, some people might be this.
I wonder maybe that happened Saturday. You just forgot to tell us when you were giving us all those details. about your crazy night
Something
out.
along those lines.
Really?
Okay, yeah, all right. Vinanova.com, or better yet, as we say, go and visit them at the Market Mall. Market Mall.
He got married to Ron Rogers. That's who Jack.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did.
Congrats on that.
Although it's only 1 year. Is that dating? Married?
Prenup?
That's probably all you need for that.
Yeah, Aaron's got a prenup for
Yeah.
sure.
It'll end poorly, chances are. Let's get to the Pinder Report. It's a presentation of Village Honda. They want to buy that pre-owned vehicle. They've got the new CRVs in stock. We are going to be there next week for the unveiling of a new product. Just revolutionizing the way we drive motor vehicles.
Really?
That's what they're doing up there.
Okay.
So I'm thinking some probably just kind of got some tires and four wheels and a windshield, Blitterbuck. Good enough. That's not Honda. It's not what they're doing.
That's not what they do, Dean.
Like, what should we? Like, imagine we'd be cranking our windows, listening to AM radio, 8 tracks.
Yeah.
There was some of those other.
You know who's on AM?
Yeah.
Gross.
It's not nice, Rhett. Why would you say that?
Because I'm an ass.
It's the Pinder Report.
All right, fellas. Let's head over to flamesnation.ca and see what the hell's going on.
I love writing.
There's a pipe bomb for you on a Monday. Yeah, there's been some really good Flames trades that have occurred in draft week. There's also, though, Jack, been some really bad trades that have gone down.
So
NHL draft week. So if you did want to reflect and maybe learn some lessons, read both of Pike's articles that went up this weekend talking about what's actually a very busy time of year for trades. When the Stanley Cup final ends before the draft, that's when we've seen the blockbusters. The Hall for Larson, 1-for-1, the PK Subban, Shea Weber. This is a busy time of year for transactions.
I wonder if because it's not an in-person draft this year. I wonder how
that's
that will
lame.
impact potential trade activity.
Well,
I
I
think-
think cell coverage is good.
That's why I think they called it Tamperfest at the Combine.
Right.
Because that was the last time all the GMs are going to be in the same room.
Right.
Tamperfest.
How
Yes.
come there were 6 good and 5 bad? Is that Pike being positive, or is that
I
just?
don't know. You'll have to read these articles. It's a tease.
Yeah, Rhett.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Get ahead.
FlamesNation.ca.
Yeah. That's where
It's
you're
on the web.
Game 3 tonight. Scene switch. We're down to Sunrise, Florida.
Oh, wow, that's
Each team has a win. Only one
intense.
team's played home games so far, though. The Florida Panthers will get 3 of the next 4 games at home.
Game Trois.
Now, why do you think they would decide to go with that font, Dean?
I don't know.
Is that Rambo? What do we got there?
I was gonna say it's very kind of action
80s
filmy
action film. Yeah.
kind of thing.
Any ideas for it? Oh, okay.
I'm an idiot.
We're all idiots, Rhett.
So much Rhett
Many
audio
times
to clip
on
today.
this show.
So much great Rhett audio.
AJ Greer is going to be back tonight.
Thank God.
Former Flame.
Yeah.
Forever a Flame.
I can't handle watching that Boquist anymore.
Well, don't worry.
Can't do it.
Jesper will be out, or Jesper, whoever he likes to be called, we'll
Yeah.
respect, because we're respecters. That's what we are here.
George
On the flip
Richards.
side, for the Oilers, all of a sudden the status of Ryan Nugent-Hopkins is not rock solid. He's a game time decision. He did skate this morning, didn't skate yesterday.
Love you, Gene.
Gene's doing the Lord's work.
I love Gene.
Gene's great. There's a lot of people up there that I'd be okay if they went along to other careers, but Gene can stay. He's great.
Love Gene.
Short list there.
You're the only thing I like about the Oilers.
Pretty much. It's a short list. Let's get moving. Live Golf had an event on the weekend. We don't usually show a lot of Live Golf highlights, but well, you'll understand when you see this. This is Phil around the green where he's famous.
He's hitting left-handed.
Oh, this will be
No,
fun.
Phil
That
can
is
actually
not a
hit
trick.
over his own head at times.
Yep, that's why we showed you it.
Shut up.
Is that not insane? Like,
How do you think? Like, how do you think to do it, and then
actually know how to do it and then do it so well that it goes in the hole?
that's tremendous.
Well done, Phil.
That a boy, Phil.
That is as good as like.
I don't know. It's
That's the best golf shot you'll see this year. Like, what are you going to show
But
that's
you're
better
right.
than that?
It feels like that would be at some pro-am or some
Hey, I'm a YouTube influencer.
Yeah.
Subscribe and like and
Yeah.
check out my trick shots.
at the county fair today. We're gonna have the demo derbies, monster trucks, and Johnny Golfer is gonna do some trick shots.
Yeah.
No, hit a beer
tournament
can
play.
off your head.
Mhm.
Wow.
Well, that's right.
And all while
Full
doing it
picture.
left-handed.
Impressive stuff. Also very good. Paul Skeens. Imagine having this guy on your team. Every 5 days, another Skeens start. 7 2/3, no earned runs, 2 hits, 7 Ks, no decision. His ERA is 1.88.
How is this even
This guy's a
possible?
loser.
Fellas.
He's only got
One win in his
win.
last 7.
1 win in his last. Come on, Skeens. Win a game.
And so here's the thing: is it isn't Paul Skeens' fault because he doesn't hit.
Well,
And
he's not winning. Help the team.
so here's the new idea that's going
Trim
around.
that
Paul Skeens should be able to legally shoot one player executive after each start.
Only in a loss, though, I would think.
Well, I guess he's not winning
Like,
any of them.
shoot
It's not
dead
his
or just
fault.
shoot like with a paintball gun.
Yeah, whatever you like.
That doesn't say kill.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
just
shoot.
right. Just maybe
Yeah,
wounded.
maybe an air gun, something to get the bird off.
maybe a
the-
shot to your left calf.
Yeah, exactly. Does that seem fair, Jack? You might have-
Yeah, I'm totally for it.
I like his picture too.
Let's go to that is a good picture. The Stamps game on Saturday. Jack and I, oh baby, witnessing a big upset victory.
Yeah, you
Upset?
guys have some stories to tell.
38-26, a trifecta of majors for Diedrich Mills.
Attaboy Diedrich.
How about Deed?
Deej.
Dieter. What else have we got from Stamps? There's lots there. I think we already showed the photo, so we probably don't need to do that. Okay, I'll do it again. Nice
What are you
pants.
wearing?
Stop it. We've gone here already.
Oh,
Family Day is the next one, not this weekend, the following one, Saturday, June 21st. There are some promo codes on their socials for Father's Day. If you're looking for something for dad, just hands up there. You're welcome. It's a disturbing voice, isn't
I
it?
don't know why you're making it out to be devious,
Very,
like you're
very
giving away some trade secret when it's on the internet.
Promo codes there. Game balls. Let's see who I think defense, special teams, and offense. This is Big Play VA giving away the offensive game ball.
Great win, fellas. That's the first step, man. I just want to say, man, we put up 38 points, guys. Defense, y'all did y'all job. Special teams, Renee did y'all thing. Offense, we could be a little bit cleaner, and we are going to be cleaner. All right? But O-line, way to push the ball, push the rock. I'm going to get us to Diedrich Mills right here.
Having fun, right? That looks good.
That Jack in the room with the camera?
Yeah, that's Jack in there.
Oh, boy,
He's hiding.
Jack.
I got in there.
Yeah, he's got some serious behind the scenes.
Feeling
Good
good?
stuff. And then Diedrich gives it to the O-line. It's good stuff. It's
Nice.
just everyone loving each other. 1-0, baby.
Yeah, when you win, eh?
Vibes. Winning's fun.
Already better than last year. Well, we had 5 wins last year. Come on, boys. Let's go. Love it. Speaking of winning home teams, Calvary FC were in action yesterday at Atco Field. already 1-0 over those stinkers from York.
Aaron will run over this ball.
Play here.
Moosey. Return feed for Ali Moosey. Another ball into the penalty area. Headed back towards goal. It was there for Herman Stillers in front. And now it's scored again by Camargo.
2 for Sergio Camargo.
He's got 2 on the day.
That's the brace. 2-1 your final. Another win. Fellas are rolling.
Look at this. Guys, fellas.
2 wins your
Capers all
final.
hot there.
Oh, by the way, record regular season attendance 5,100 strong.
Nice.
At Atco. Love to see that. Great day for it. And the standings all of a sudden. Remember what we Tommy, the tip of the tongue of the tiger, the tail of the,
tappy.
almost there. Played 9 games, 17 points, trying to chase down Atletico Ottawa for top of the table. Tommy,
What's going on in Ottawa? Slow down.
settle down, fellas.
Hell.
Seriously. Surge in action as well yesterday. Another victory, another big win. Those stinking Rattlers got them on Friday, though.
Did they?
Yeah. 6-2 on the season, 107-93 over Ottawa. They're hosting this weekend. Shooting Stars of Scarborough at Winsport. Then they go to Red Deer for a game against Edmonton. Oh,
I gotta say,
then they're back
their
at Winsport.
logo is the only one worth even looking at.
Yeah, the Shooting Stars, you can go ahead and throw that in the garbage.
Holy, great too.
If that was an art class, you'd get failed. Like the search, though. Good care.
Look at that record.
6-2, top of the West. Let's go. Let's go. What happened to your SUV on the weekend? Looked like some sort of animal got in there.
Yeah, my brother borrowed my truck.
Yeah, so your brother borrows a truck. So now you got the electrical cord out through the door handle.
All right, go ahead and unlock it.
Why are you doing that?
Yep, that's where it's gonna be.
What? Or what are you doing? Oh,
That's a big thing.
That's
what are you?
I'm the captain now.
You shouldn't be in there, fella.
It's like a car headrest falls out. He's like, yeah. I was ready to get out of there. Oof.
That's a big.
Let
dude.
that play. That's a large fella because you're gonna get to see the girth of this cat here as he keeps walking. Ooh,
It cuts off there when he gets out.
that's a big boy.
No, Jack, let it play.
Now,
Okay?
Jack,
You see the girth.
Jack's been talking about it. He's got this little dream thing.
I don't know.
Like I think Dean's all about the bandit run and driving coast to coast. Jack just wants a boat and he wants to just live on a sailboat.
Look at his little thing patch behind his ear.
Here we go. Ready?
What's
on the
is
boat.
that
What's
seasickness?
Yeah.
Is that a seasick patch? I
Yes.
didn't even know
Give him a
that was.
twist, bud.
Look at this. He's got the hot dogs going. He's
I love
outside
hot
the
dogs.
ballpark in San Fran. Maybe catch a splash shot.
But he was in the middle of the ocean with his little
This is
patch.
Jack. He's just getting loaded up. He's learning the boat, and then he's going
This
to
is
take it
the
across
river?
the
He's
Pacific.
in the Allegheny?
You doing a 999?
I'm pretty
on
sure
the water?
this
This
is
is
a
the
Giants
ocean, isn't it?
broadcast. So this would be McCovey Cove, just outside the ballpark.
I thought he was a Steelers fan or a
It's a
Pittsburgh
hat.
Pirates fan. So I thought he was on the Allegheny. The old bar.
Mahonga Lena. What's that one?
This
that's
is what
hot
you
dogs.
showed. So
That's
that's,
good.
it from that clip.
Well, that's Jack and his. That's what he aspires to be. But some of us prefer burgers.
Ooh,
Rhett.
dude.
That's the thing. Jack and City, that is sure. It's very good, man. Impressive.
It's a frozen patty.
So, would you rather play frozen patty golf on the barbecue or go golfing with these guys at their local Muni in Florida? Because this is not something I'm comfortable with.
All right.
Jack, if we could move to the next one.
So the golf clip,
Followed up.
The other golf club.
another golf. Yeah.
Oh,
If you see that
yeah.
gator that looks like the size of a
That's
Suburban,
a big fella.
that's
Also big.
and it's like, okay, yep, we're moving. I'm not okay
How
with this.
many drinks before Pinder tries to hop on that thing's back?
I wouldn't hop, but I'd probably get within driver's length.
2.
Gonna need more than 2.
I don't know. I think we could get you to do it.
What about you? How many for you?
I'm not.
No?
I love amphibians.
Is that what that is?
I don't.
Okay. Some German kids are working on a magic trick. Let's have a listen, see what's going on.
Hi, ich bin's Michel und ich bin Sven und wir zeigen euch heute unseren ultimativen Trick.
Yes, they got a trick. You got the old table sheet. Whoops.
It's just kids having fun.
Yeah.
That can happen.
Yeah.
And you know what?
I know
that
successful on the table trick.
you should probably have that thing anchored to the
Gotta
wall.
anchor it to the wall.
You gotta anchor that.
That's
So
bad
it's just-
parenting. Not their
Yep.
fault.
Parents' fault.
This is you, Jack, or is this again where you aspire to be in life?
Aspire to be. This is Dean.
Okay, so Dean was
I love that we have to tie it into
Yeah.
one of us for these clips to have any relevance.
No, it's just funny. You'll like didn't want the bait. Looks right over here, but nope. He found the irony in that, didn't he?
A bass.
The bass?
Might be a bass.
You're probably not letting it. Bass don't have teeth.
Yeah.
If that thing had teeth. You're not gonna.
Yeah,
let
if
it-
that's
toothless. Yeah. So do you grab him or do you bring the
pretty small.
back to you, Dean?
Pinder Report.
All weekend.
Northwest Auto Mall online at villagehonda.com. $1 million buy-in event continues.
Mhm.
Appraisals are complimentary, no obligation. You get a deal done, you'll receive payment in 24 hours. Just like that. That's how they do it. Okay. You're not here tomorrow. You're not here tomorrow.
It's not lining up very well because if I knew Rhett wasn't going to be here, I wouldn't have committed to the golf thing 2 weeks ago that
It's
I
all right.
committed to.
And it is the event.
Well, we know, of course, the Shaw Charity Classic's going on forever. I believe Roger's name is on that now since they purchased Shaw. But the greatest senior players in the world come to Calgary, and as part of that, we do a little media day. And then Cammy Kepke and I will be taking on the field.
Nice.
That's intimidating.
Oh yeah,
I heard she. How's her game? I guess.
she's apologized.
Oh, for what?
Well, I'd just say here. I don't know exactly
Did
what she
she
said. I just said, "Hey,
She'll
looks
be
like
late
we're
or-
playing together," or something along those lines.
Uh-huh.
I just sent the pairings. So, for example, it'll be like Wes Gilbertson will be there, Brendan Parker,
Oh,
Glenn
what's-
Campbell,
what's the name
Derek
drop?
Wills,
Who's who?
Salim from TSN. Lots of just huge personalities
Yeah, yeah.
and media stars from around town. Somebody named Marty Rose. But yeah, I just sent her the list of the
new to the
the
city.
matchups, and she just said, "I apologize in advance. I will go to the driving range tomorrow."
Oh, okay. I mean,
So she's putting a lot of pressure on herself,
Do
which is
not-
unnecessary.
Don't waste your time at the driving range.
No,
Here's-
God, no.
here's the thing about Pinder.
Nor golf sims.
Just kind of a message for Cammy is Ryan doesn't really care about winning.
No.
Winning is not important. He's not really that competitive. So,
Here's the nice thing for you, Cammy. Did I cut you off?
oh, you're good.
Because the nice thing for Cammy is that Ryan will at least offer advice. I'm sure after a couple drinks, he'll help you with your
Yeah,
swing and tell you because everyone loves that on the golf
No, you
course.
shouldn't do that.
Yeah, like
Hey,
if
what do you don't?
you're not sure
really
what
think-
club to use. Maybe
Yeah.
I think the good news is there are only 9 hole matches, but I could be wrong.
Right.
So hopefully. don't
How
drive
come
her
no one
nuts.
invited us?
Well, it's nice that I mean
Did
they're
you get your email? on the
letting
phone?
some lowly YouTubers in on a media event.
There you go.
He bullied his way in. They didn't invite him.
I was invited. I did not know about the event until I was invited.
It's a great event.
It should be. It's been a few years since I played in this thing.
Yeah,
Well,
I did it once.
They're happy to have you back.
Yeah.
They've circled around the bottom of the
Did
barrel.
you just say you've done it?
I was at media day once.
Playing?
Yeah. Well,
Usually they do a big.
don't they do the?
I think they've got a couple of the pros that are coming will join us for a video call to chat about coming to Calgary.
But don't they do like a what's the it's
They do the shootout under the
horse race or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah, this is a 9-hole.
Yeah.
Alternate shot and then all that stuff. Best ball.
That's my style.
Oh, yeah.
Alternate shot.
Mhm.
Don't like that.
There's no leeway on him. You would not like alternate shot. One person makes a bad shot, everyone has to pay.
That's right. Yeah.
Sorry in advance.
Scramble, you would like.
Yes, scrambles.
No, I was just saying in terms of having to take swings. Because again,
Less
winning or losing,
less is
whatever.
more.
Yeah.
Less is more, Dean.
Whew, okay, so I'll hit again when? Couple shots? Like just okay.
Tuesday.
Oh, so I just get my putter now? That's
right.
great.
That's good
Okay.
stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, so that's
So you're alone?
Don't know how that's going to work.
yeah.
Just cancel.
Jack,
Oh.
you ready for a big show tomorrow?
Let's take a look at how does the one shot look, Jack? Just to kind of get us ready for tomorrow's show.
Probably get the
No
Jack.
way
cam.
you're going to be here if you buy yourself.
I was going to say, see if at home. I know that one shot.
I've got that concert and I might be out tomorrow too.
What is the concert?
3 days grace.
Did we find out about that on the show?
Are you sure?
Or was
it's
that
3
post
days grace?
Creed?
Because
It was on the show at the end of the show.
Hey guys, I'm going to Creed. I bought tickets, I think, when I was hammered.
Hang
Oh,
on.
wait a minute. It's not Creed. It's 3 days grace.
It was at the 999. That just proves that's
Yeah.
not a state for decision.
So that's tonight.
That's tonight.
Have you figured out where it is?
at the Dome
Okay.
at 7?
So you could come here after.
So you can't have the Flames make it the playoffs. The buildings doesn't have availability. It's too busy.
Good point.
That's right.
That new one in here, and we'll get this sorted out.
You need a 2-day break, maybe.
3 days grace.
3 days grace.
Yep.
Cheeky.
Because after this game tonight,
Oh, yeah. Thursday.
gotta wait a little bit, Rhett.
I might go.
Tonight?
Down in FLA.
See what happens tonight.
Nice.
You know, because I'm
Yeah.
big fan.
Sure you are.
Canada's team.
Should we do some Bet365?
Rude not to.
Let's do it.
Got some hockey. Got some baseball. Got some game 3.
How about that Canadian basketball guy?
SGA.
Crushed it yesterday. Sorry, dude.
Get in on the action with Bet365. They got you. Game props, player props, totals, money line, even some futures like a series winner, Stanley Cup champion, and more. Whatever your bet is, never ordinary at Bet365. Download the app and get in on the game. Official partner of the Stanley Cup playoffs, must be 19 or older.
All right. So on the far left, we got the game odds at Bet365. So you can see Panthers favored on the money line, -140. Oilers, Dogs at +120. Your over-under set for 6.5. The under looking less profitable. And the puck line +170 for the Panthers to win by 1.5. Okay. Interesting. I like, we've had a lot of scoring early in these games. For the Panthers to be up at the 10-minute mark of the first period, +230. We got Jose Barrios and the Jays in St. Louis opening a 3-game set with the Cardinals. He has 14 strikeouts his last 2 games, over under set for 4.5.
Whoa.
So we will take the over at +125.
Jose. Nice. Yeah, I mean, 6.5 over under. It's not been a low scoring series.
It hasn't. Both teams would probably try to tighten up. I don't know what the last change is going to do, but certainly you're going to see as much Barkov as on McDavid as humanly possible.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to look back for the opening goals of the series. There's been some early starts.
Both early.
Yeah. Well, game 1 was what? Draisaitl.
Minute in, just
A
over.
minute and change in.
Draisaitl at 106. So that's a goal in the first 10 minutes. And then game 2, you had Bennett 207 into the game, and then Kane and Bouchard scored before the 10-minute mark. So you've had 4 goals in the opening 10 minutes of the first 2
Do
games.
we have the last goal?
the OT?
The Marchand OT?
Yeah.
Don't start taking runs at Bouchard. Last time he did that, he went.
Yeah,
nuclear.
don't do-
I was
Don't
just
need it.
curious because maybe.
Don't.
We got 3 days to break this thing down. You can whiteboard something else.
Yeah. Can't bring my cooler to work anymore to drink water. Got to watch what I'm wearing.
Shirt's better today.
It's tough. It's tough. Do we have some super chats?
We do.
got
See
lots
coming
today.
in.
Oh man, I'm gonna sound the horn then. Yeah, big one today. You said as a Calgary, if you watch the show during the live broadcast and make a cash donation we'll get it to the youth centers of Calgary. They're making a difference in our community.
Love it.
That's what we love. Matthew Hurl, $6.99. He may be a rat, but he's for the kids. Brad Marchand.
Could be any number of players being talked about there, but certainly
such a man. I like that guy.
That's a good guy.
Such a good player. I don't know what happened over the weekend, but just kind of, you know what? I do really like him. Yeah. I've never been a big Bruins fan either necessarily, but maybe that's what it is. Just never crossed my mind. Ken, 20 Bean. There's a story out there about Utah willing to move their first round pick. If true, should Conroy package Rasmus, a prospect, and one or both of them for it? Or should he target San Jose's pick?
What are you going to do to San Jose to entice them to give their pick?
You'd have to give them a lot of assets, like, Rasmussen, as he's calling Rasmus Anderson, and a first, and another first, and a player, maybe. I don't know.
I want to move I don't mind the Utah thing if that's realistic.
Utah, I believe, picks at 4, and
that's pretty high for.
You're going to get a number 1 center projection at that spot.
If you can do that, you have.
If you can get James Haggins, you have to go do that. If you can get Michael Misa, who probably goes at 2, you have to go do that.
Now, if I'm in Utah,
I don't think you want to do this as much.
Do that.
Do I? Because in fairness, you're getting 1 year of Rasmus Anderson.
Is Hanzik enough of an asset? No. Jesus Christ.
That was quick. That was a quick no from.
Well, I mean,
it's a quick fall from mid-round,
looking
first-round pick
totals.
To.
Doesn't mean he won't have value later, but this is right now he does not. When you put up 20 points in 52 AHL games as a 20-year-old,
he made the team.
A good 2 weeks. Needs to have about 30 weeks like that.
Big year coming though.
Yeah. Train hard.
Tough day for retro. Adam, 5 beans. Hey, Pinder, what was your interesting text on Saturday to Russick about?
Ran into George Russick, the Stamps game.
Yeah.
He said, I don't know. Do you have my number? I don't know. Oh, I do have it in here. He's like, okay, well, I'll just text you and then you know it's me. So that was interesting.
So you were exchanging info.
That's not interesting.
That's what I sent.
It's for $5. Mm-hmm. You gotta tell.
Nope. Good try, Adam K, though.
So that was not an interesting text. It was a text, to be fair.
It was an interesting text that I'm not divulging because
I see.
I don't want us to get hauled off of YouTube.
Can you give us a little?
We were joking. I said
a little tickle.
I made a joke. And then I woke up yesterday and saw it. And I said, we were being mature. That was early in the evening, I suppose. No. All right. Sorry. Horrible story again.
Not a lot of payoff there. No. Mario Zapata, $5. Since I'm donating for the kids, I get to ask any question I want. Are you guys rooting for the Oilers? Go Panthers.
Very cheeky, Mario.
Thank you for the kids.
Thank you, Mario, for the $5. Putting it to good use. Handsome Dan.
Hello.
In with a $50 donation.
That's a big win for his random team of the
I don't know. I think that's what it's about. Yeah. Good morning, fellas.
Eastern Conference team. Remember, he finally
going Eastern Conference for a series winner. I was in Lethbridge visiting friends on the weekend, and they were ribbing a buddy because he has over 20 pairs of shoes. How many shoes should a guy have? I have 4. Work, gym, casual, dress. How many do you have?
I wear 2.
I was going to say, I never throw mine out, so I would have so many, but they're just unusable old things.
I would have a lot of shoes in a closet that's never been opened, but typically it's 1 or 2. I know I would be probably there are 4 that sometimes get into the rotation, but only if I'm feeling real spiffy.
I like shoes. I'm not a sneakerhead by any means, but I do like shoes. I have not 20. But I'm with you. I've probably got a good 5 or 6 pair that could have made the truck ride yesterday to the garbage dump.
I have 15 that could make the truck ride.
Yeah,
I have shoes that have not worn since 2013.
Yesterday.
Yeah,
I have shoes from my playing career.
Yeah,
that haven't been on since my playing career.
Yeah, I've got. Yeah, it's why
bad.
don't we? Why
I
do
have
we
a
hang on
closet
to them?
full of them, and it's like, man, I wish I had more closet.
Well,
space.
because they work if you put them on.
Like, oh, I might be doing gardening one day, and they're like, "You're never gardening, you loser. Get rid of these things."
Yeah, and I've got two.
With those shorts, you should be a gardener.
Yeah, these might be my next in line lawn cutting shoes.
Right. Yeah.
Which I haven't changed lawn cutting shoes in
No.
20 years. I've got two pair probably in line before I'd hit that one.
If you were a fancy pants and then you had to wear a suit to work, though, you'd probably have 4 or 5 sets.
Do
of
you know
dress
my buddy
shoes.
Funker?
I do know Funker.
Funker probably has 50 to 80 pairs
You'd need
of shoes.
court
And
shoes.
they would be
running
all
shoes.
Yeah. I was going to say,
color coordinated, and
you know why? Funker's fancy.
Oh, he's
a
fancy.
fancy
He's got
funker,
the
yeah.
OCD.
He is a very
totally.
fancy funker.
If you go to his house and you go into his closet and move his shirts around,
Yeah. Just go off.
can't take it. Drives him nuts.
I wish I had a bit of that. Just a bit.
I have
Because our
zero.
house is, I mean,
I'm
Hey, you went to
close.
the dump. You got a bit.
yeah, I know. I
Better
know.
than not going to the dump.
Good.
Hope that guy enjoys that
I
love
think
seat.
handsome
Really do.
Dan, to answer your question, 10 is more than enough. If you need more than 10 pairs of shoes,
No, he said he has 4. Are you going to get around with 4?
You can survive with 4. I'm saying if you're a business person, you do different things. You actually.
And again, are we depending on anal? We're gonna like if you golf, you need golf shoes.
I was going to say,
If you play like tennis or squash, you need court shoes. If you run, you need running shoes. If you work out, you need cross trainers. You could probably double up one set in there.
are you doing summer shoes, thongs,
You got
flip-flops?
flip-flops.
Wintertime, you
What
need
about
some boots.
You know,
So 4's,
that's too little.
and you know what it is? That's real shoe discipline. If you're
Yeah.
okay, I'm getting a new pair of shoes today, so that means this pair is out, and you discard immediately.
Well, and Jack has those weird ones where the toes are all individual.
Right.
He really likes those. Those are hot
Freak.
for summer.
Why
Individual
are you so weird?
toe shoes.
Individual toe shoes. My
So-
slides? I got 4 pairs of the same shoe. That's what I do.
For sure you do. You got those white ones. That
Those
get
white
dirty
ones,
in 10
and
minutes.
then as they
Idiot.
progressively get
Those
dirtier,
cloth shoes.
Yeah.
then I buy a new pair, and then I don't use them till the summer.
Well, you can't wear those in Marta Loop. It's just
No.
construction dirt everywhere. Well, guess I'll buy a new pair of shoes this week.
I got that one stamps game in that set. Time for a
Yeah,
new one.
It's Monday. Need some new shoes.
Someone spilled beer on this shoe.
We clubbing. $4.99.
Clubber here.
Hey, Clubber.
Ace here.
How you do, Clubby? Would you do Rasmus Kadri 50% retain and both firsts for the 4th and one of our D
You're
prospects?
saying our, I'm confused.
I'm wondering, is he,
You say we got to add more than Rasmus.
or
and
is he,
Kadri?
are you a Utah fan? Is that, what do you,
Maybe. He does have Utah in the avatar. That would make sense.
Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah.
Rasmus Kadri
Yes,
at
I would.
half
Yeah, I would. Yep.
and
100%.
both firsts for number 4 and a prospect.
Now, one of the things we've talked about is if you're, going to rebuild, you want to pick high. Think about the caliber of minutes that Rasmus and Kadri eat up on a nightly basis, and think about how many 1-goal games this team played. You could pick really high after making that trade and have a huge jump start on the prospect cupboard.
I need to know the prospects better. I have no clue.
It's the time to do it. The draft's in 2.5 weeks, but in the top 4, you're getting a very, very, very good prospect. Whether that's Frundell or Misa or Brady Martin's a popular guy, Caleb Denoyer.
You're saying names.
They are all names that are going to go in the top 10.
research.
You need to do your research because you said this is the time. There we go. You need to know more.
And I don't
Higgins.
know. I don't
Higgins
know a
can be
lot
there at
about
4.
the Utah prospects either. Maybe there's
They've been picking high for a while, and I
think?
think there's an appetite to move things along, try to increase the speed of this. The owner just bought him for a lot of money.
I know.
He's got major renovations.
But
He
these
wants a
are
winner.
more words.
Point being, I think he's interested in taking stuff forward.
Stevie Ocontos, $5. Go Panthers. And for all of eternity, rank the TV theme songs.
Oh, wow.
Dukes of Hazzard, Fall Guy, WKRP, Welcome Back Cotter, Littlest Hobo.
Oh, wow.
You are talking about, in many cases, the greatest TV themes of all time. It's a Mount Rushmore.
I'm going complete opposite of how you've got them laid out there.
So Littlest Hobo 1.
Maybe tomorrow I'll want to settle down.
1, 2, 3, 5.
I love that.
Jack, do you have any idea what any of these shows
I was
are?
just gonna say no. I don't know.
You don't know
I
Dukes of
know. I
Hazzard?
know the show. I don't know the theme song. That's my homework tonight. I'll listen to all 5 of these. Dukes of Hazzard, Fall Guy.
Boy, that is.
Is that Chris Conto's brother?
Gotta be. How many Contos can there be in the world?
Too many.
Who's the littlest hobo?
It's a pooch, Jack.
It's a dog
Love dogs.
who he's very intrepid. He doesn't stay in one place. He likes to go and see the world. But while he's doing that traveling, he's looking to help some people in need.
Maybe someone with a bindle.
Yeah. He's out there with his dog, somehow doing it with 3 legs, carrying all of his chew toys along the way. He's a remarkable animal. He's a remarkable animal.
He's a great guy, Jack.
This is Stevie. I'm
Gonna have to do it for all of eternity, Dean.
I would like this. This should be something we do on the show, where we should play them. Because here's the thing, Dukes of Hazzard. This is you're talking about Waylon Jennings, and I feel like that has to hold considerable sway. WKRP.
I don't recall this one.
It's what you are.
Wonder
Radio show.
I'm living on the air in Cincinnati, WKRP. Like it's very, very catchy. Welcome Back, Cotter is it's very sneaky earworm. Dun, 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 dun. And then Littlest Hobo, I don't know that it's very good, but it's so catchy that you know all the words. Stevie,
Tomorrow show.
Can we put a pin in it?
Guaranteed to
We'll
do
do a
it
deep
tomorrow.
dive on this. I promise you. Because it's such a good question. I want to take my time with it.
It's fair.
I think we need to listen to them, dig our teeth, sink our teeth into it.
That's prudent.
Okay. Thanks, man. Thanks for the $5. J Doll, $2. You forget reason trading Bennett was expansion draft.
No,
I don't give a hell what the reason was.
don't think that was it at all.
It's a piss poor.
Yeah. I know that was, I mean, it's the point he brings up. You recall that being a consideration, but I don't think it was, it did not feel like a painful.
Mark Giordano was the
thing
guy
at
you
the
were worried
time.
about losing in the expansion draft.
Yeah. Did that so you could hang on to Geo.
That's nothing.
Anyway.
Makes sense.
Jonathan, is it far-fetched to think with our current prospects and Wolf with a couple more decent drafts that we can be a perennial playoff team in 3 to 4 years?
Be real hard to do.
I think it's hard because I think your prospects can be good. I think that Zeri's good. I like Coronado. I think but all the guys that are in 3 or 4 years, your top guys now are moved out. Who's filling those spots, and are they star potential if your team is middle of the road?
Yeah, and like, let's say you're picking guys at 12, 10, 9. Like those guys need years to get into the league. Never mind to their primes. So. If you want to speed things forward, you could get aggressive with offer sheets, you can use your cap space creatively and drafting, but just you're using your own picks ain't going to get you there for 3 or 4 years. Unless you get
3 to 4 years is a very short amount of time.
Yeah.
There will be teams like you look at San Jose, like they have some high-end draft picks, teams that have picked first overall, Chicago.
Yes. Some of them are 3 to 4 years away.
They would think, boy, it would be nice to be perennial, just a given that we're in 3 to 4 years. So I would say it may not be far-fetched. It might be very tricky to do. Because I just don't know about something Coronado, Zeri. Yes, good players.
Until you solve a number 1 center issue, we can't give you a timeline.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Thanks, Ryan. You let me off the hook there. R&B with T.O. possibly letting go of Marner. Taves. Is there a deal to be made, retaining 50% of Huberdeau and Honzik for Cowan and a pick. Go Panthers.
I'm sorry. Why does Toronto want
What's
Huberdeau?
Taves got to do with any of
I
this?
don't know what Taves has to do with it. Again, I don't think Honzik adds.
He probably means Tavares.
Oh, that would make
Is that maybe what he's?
sense.
So with Tavares leaving, do you keep half of Huberdeau, Honzik for Cowan?
Brad Treliving has traded for Jonathan Huberdeau. He's also seen the worst of Jonathan
Learned
Huberdeau.
his lesson.
Well.
Yeah.
He's getting
So I
rid
don't
of a
know.
guy
It's-
that can't.
It would be interesting to give him the true serum on that.
There's no way.
I don't.
Sorry, R&B.
Now half retained would be
Doesn't matter.
5.125.
No. If
They'll keep Cowan.
a deal to be made there in Toronto would be, what are you sending Rasmus and or Kadri salary retention? That's what
I
Toronto
don't think
would
they're
do.
hunting for Huberdeau.
But I don't think they're after Huberdeau.
Yeah, I'm more just curious about at that money, is Huberdeau an asset across the league?
Yeah. I
Probably.
think so. It's 5
I agree.
million.
Yep.
It's a lot of money to throw on here.
A lot of money for the kids today.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Did I grab?
All right,
one?
let's go.
Thought I starred one here.
Really long. Distracted again because got nothing to do today.
No, I thought there was one I had kept, but perhaps that was another day. And
Maybe
I just,
tomorrow, Dean.
Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow.
Honestly.
Maybe tomorrow.
All right. Well, Rhett, enjoy your trip.
Well, there's a big fundraiser tonight. Am I allowed to talk about that? Extra.
Sure, yeah, why not?
I got the photo. Do you want me to? am
I don't
allowed
know
to
if
show
we're
it?
allowed to put that on.
All right.
Nice.
Paul's Pizza. Donating $2 to every pizza sold.
All right.
To what?
Lacrosse.
What great cause?
Lacrosse.
Oh,
The
your
Axemen.
kids' lacrosse team.
Yeah, so Rhett doesn't have to pay more in fees.
It's good pizza, actually. I like the Paul's special.
All right.
Had it? It's in your neck of the
I'm not
woods.
familiar with this place. Have
Um,
to do a bit of a deep dive
are we watching tonight? How are we taking in this? There is a hockey game tonight.
Tremendous.
to win this. I'll be
Actually,
at,
Strathmore. Maybe I could go to the. Yeah.
Huh?
Oh,
Little tap room. Get some origin in you.
yes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I got kid ball, so we'll have the reclining chair with the phone, or we'll sneak off for wing night someday.
Nice.
Somewhere. See.
Are you not coaching?
No, God, no.
Oh, I thought you were.
I stay away on baseball. They need someone to catch the ball. That's great.
Yeah.
My kid's good enough for me.
You have to do field prep.
Sometimes, yeah. I don't mind that.
Yeah.
I like warming the kids up, pumping up the fellas.
They were making
Looking
fun
great,
of me.
Aiden. Let's go get them.
Thursday, I was a little aggressive with the amount of chalk that I
Oh,
used.
no.
Were you a heavy chalker?
Well, I'm
What
not.
about
It's not a great. Like, again, it's carpenter tools, but I feel like our chalk wheelie
Dispenser?
dude, that thing. We need an upgrade because it's either really belching it out
Or too
or it's
thin.
barely kind of sifted anything there.
It's like
Yeah.
the three bears. It's
But I was
too hot, too cold. It's just right.
I was concerned that maybe somebody might trip leaving the
There's
batter's
that
box on the mound of chalk that
So
was
when they
there.
were running, was it just like big white clouds in the air? You could hardly even see first base
Yeah.
after coming ripping down the first base.
Yeah,
line?
somebody slid into home and it was a
Yeah.
poof,
Plume.
like somebody had dropped a bag of
I
flour
think
from
we should
about
do more and more
20 feet high.
Yeah, I'd like to see how far you could push this before
Yes.
someone
Yeah.
talks to you.
and video it.
Yeah,
Put
maybe.
it on the show.
Coming in late. Sorry, Tavares. What about 50% of Kadri?
I don't need to eat anything on card. If you did, you'd get a whole lot more, though. We know that.
So
I'd love to.
So he wants the original package, Cowan and a pick.
Cowan and a pick
Hell yeah.
for
Yep. That makes sense.
I don't think it makes sense for the Leafs. I think the Leafs want Cowan. He looks pretty good.
Well, he did. They're also not, they're short term.
If
Yeah.
Kadri's at 50%, then
Oh my God. Yeah. Like,
That's-
what are you talking? 3.5 million? That's crazy.
this one's for Rhett. I hope you're ready. It's our buddy Mandeep.
Oh boy.
Rhettster, when are you taking me for dinner with the Barn Burner family since you never came through for home cooked East Indian food?
this is not me.
Love you boys. Keep up the great work. Go Panthers, go.
I'll take you for dinner. We'll go to Mercado, and you still have us over, and these two jerks aren't invited.
No way that you don't.
Jack, we'll
me.
go.
Good to see you deeper.
Why?
Because you guys ignored deeper. At least I had the courtesy to reply.
I feel like you're
ignorant.
You were called out by name by him.
I think you said you would come to his house.
He didn't say, "Hey guys." He was
set a date that
Rhettster.
Yeah.
Hey man, Dave, do you think your mom would make us dinner one night? Yep.
and you deliver
Awesome.
it, and you deliver it.
And then he's like, "She's totally up for it. When do you want to come?"
Been a year, Rhett. This is like your bottle of whiskey.
I'm
You're
just settling back into the Alberta
Yeah.
time zone.
Rhett's got to get over this injury.
Right. It's playing hurt right now.
Yeah. He's not taking any bookings in his calendar right now. He's dealing with something. Look at this. See, we waited just a couple extras. Look at it.
They're really humming.
30 quick. Hoping for a return to the dude segment.
Remember the old segment called Dude?
Dude.
I know we were kind of ready.
Dude.
Is that a different dude?
There's a few other things.
Dude.
I feel like we're a little light on the explosions. I don't know.
Dude. Dude.
I think we're ready.
Yeah, we're probably ready whenever we want to do it.
Yeah.
Maybe tomorrow's show.
Tomorrow feels like a dude show.
Yeah, you're all alone. You
TV themes, dude.
A lot of comments.
Yeah.
Those super chat trumpets are going to be just absolutely blasting tomorrow.
Yeah. All right, man. Is there anything cut the head off a chicken? Is there anything we need to do here before we leave?
Whatever everyone did for game 2, we need you doing it for game 3.
Do the same thing. Love of God. Jack, how was the show today?
Very good show.
All right.
It's always good.
Sorry, we don't remember anything.
I was going to say that great story.
Yeah.
Doing shots of bleach.
Can't wait to hear about the concert tomorrow.
See ya, buddies.